No, it tells me whenever it goes live.
Wow.
Should have said something funny here, but nope. Money can't be found. Yeah.
Fuck, man. The McDonald's didn't fill my ass up like I thought it would. It's whatever, though.
Well, it comes right back. It'll come right back out soon.
Man.
Wait, what was this game about? I'm gonna try this game out.
Why is it so hard to find fucking heavy ammo in this game?
Heavy up. Oh, okay, I know what you're playing.
What do you think I'm playing, Joe?
Destiny 2, maybe you're running around using the Thunderlord.
Nah, not even.
Eh.
I am playing Apex.
That explains it.
both,
Then.
both games have you utilize heavy ammo regardless. I guess that's annoying.
Alrighty then. So we are gonna shoot the shit for a couple minutes, seeing if anybody else is gonna show up, and then we're gonna. Well, you guys are gonna shoot the shit. I'm gonna go check my pop back.
Pasta man. Pasta man.
He's gonna be sitting there eating it while we're looking at him.
Damn, that is terribly gay,
Oh,
bro.
for fuck's sake. How many people behind us have fucking fireworks? How many fucking fireworks do they have? Jeez.
I don't know, 500, 252.
Fuck's sake.
God damn, that goddamn gun's lethal. Don't grab my shit either, you bastards. Don't grab my shit. Hey. Oh, God, bro.
How many fireworks do they have over there?
I don't know, plenty to boot.
I'll just go Super Saiyan, just go steal all their fireworks and just
Bitch,
blow 'em
you
up.
still that shit, you fucking dicks.
I feel like I should play a Doom game of sorts, but do I really want to play a Doom game?
I don't know, Joe, do you really want to play a Doom game?
I'm thinking about it.
I have an injury just fucks with your chest.
Install Age of
Those
Empires
lovely black
4.
good. We can throw the fuck up.
What?
Oh, fucking great.
Even your dog's kind of like, what's going on? Geo have more freaky games or some shit. Ugh. Crisis 2. Alright, it's finished. Alright, well, I'm gonna turn the launcher off for now because I'm not doing anything.
Don't take a shit. Don't take a shit. Don't take a shit. Revive you so I can take a shit.
Alright. If I had the EA app, wait, no, I do. Wait a minute, I got an idea. Pop. Oop, that didn't work. Oh, actually, I fixed it. There we go. Totally forgot what the. Oh yeah, that's right. Only thing annoying about the stuff like EA Plays launcher, you kind of have to go in and like to unofficially install it. You have to like go in and like delete the actual damn folder.
Somebody's got to stop old Netflix from
Netflix didn't really do enough damage, but it's not helping.
What was the best Carlos a B moment? Neighbors on the balcony next door.
Like me about Age of Empires. Fully unlocked campaigns. Okay. Okay, so nothing about DLC. I'm kind of disappointed.
Somebody died, bro.
Okay.
Nara wanted to know if we started early. I was just like,
Okay.
what?
Ah!
Okay.
Shit.
Are you okay?
good?
My
You died?
lights just fell. So,
Did you die?
no.
Car okay?
No.
Yes, I am okay.
Well, is the car okay?
What car?
Exactly.
Shut up, Joe.
By the car, I meant you.
I'm fine. My lights, maybe not, but we'll figure that out.
Sheesh, every time the Sims 4 gets a new expansion, it's like...
Sims 4 gets another expansion in the last, what, 20 years since it's been out?
No, I mean for the Sims 4. I mean the Sims itself, though. Well,
Sims has had several
but-
expansions, several DLCs, several fucking different models of it.
between each game, yeah.
Shit.
And each of them, you can legit have sex with the other players in that game.
Oh, it's news to me.
You never knew you could do that?
I don't know, if I were to play the Sims, I'd probably end up just trying to kill everybody. Or do this one guy did, and try to made it where one sim, have it to where one sim, make it where one sim stays alive as long as possible while living within just a single tile.
Fucking horrible.
Come on, you
Oh,
fucker.
but it was
Snap
quite
back in
hilarious to
place.
watch, though.
I'll bet.
Hey, Vic will give Christian another bit.
Demon Cowboy. Who the fuck do I know that's by that name, bro?
Oh, makes some
The Cowboys of the Wild West, bro. Back in the day.
Oh, are we starting early?
Yeah, I told her, yeah. So it's up to her if she joins or not. Fucking
Alright.
work on this thing. For some odd reason, it's done super proudly, bro.
There we go.
Oh yeah, that's right. I don't have a secondary. Oh. I forgot I didn't have a secondary for the gun. What the fuck is it?
Let's see. Bioware points are no longer being used. Electronic Arts officially removed them from Origin, their PC shop, so that.
All right, what did I miss? Has anybody tried to join in yet or no?
Nah, Nara said she asked if we're starting early. I told her yes, so I don't know if she's going to join us.
Binks might be joining us tonight.
Oh, Mr. Binks. We haven't had podcasts with him since what, a few months?
Yeah.
I think like last year probably, but I'm probably blind.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, I'm confused.
Okay, so go into the weekly topics chat. There should be a link that tagged everybody.
So that's that link that recently, right?
Yes.
I was just in there. I'm like, I don't know if they can hear me or what.
Oh yeah, you have to wait until I get you in. I'm sorry about that.
Oh,
Yeah, so try to join back in real quick.
I will. I gotta put up these groceries real quick, and then I'll hop on my computer and go from there because my phone's tripping.
Okay, I got to get my my computer charger anyways because my battery's about to die. So
Yeah,
I'll probably
Ritzillery is not a word, sir.
okay?
all right, sounds good.
The person barely can talk to
See you in a bit.
You can barely speak the English to English.
Okay, hold on one second. I gotta grab my computer.
Yeah, I can go for a fucking pizza right now. It probably doesn't have fucking sauce. I don't know. Oh, you know what I haven't had in a minute? Fucking biscotti, bro. I haven't had that in a good fucking minute.
God damn it.
Warframe Dev announces same universe fantasy action MMORPG Soulframe.
What are you going on about, Joe?
Apparently, the folks behind Warframe are making another MMO set in the Warframe universe.
Another MMORPG game?
In a way, kind of.
What would be cool, Joe? By Shudder, that's what you believe. I'm sorry. I don't know where the fuck that came from. It came from somewhere.
I didn't understand what you said.
Alright, then never mind then. Just ignore it. She said, whoops. Oh well.
Okay. Finally be able to enjoy my damn meal.
My head still hurts like a motherfucker.
Can you guys still hear me okay?
Yeah, she said,
Alright, good. Okay. Now I can
Hey.
finally enjoy my meal.
Day 2 of having the house to himself, and Christian's hair has become a little unkempt.
Dude, this is because I washed it last night. It's like super dried out, so.
Day 3, he brings his girlfriend over and has sex with her everywhere in the house.
Well, I would love that except for the fact that she's busy, so. I'm here by myself for a week, by the way. So they'll be back next Friday.
Alright, so it doesn't mean you can't do nothing.
Fine.
Never said that.
You can go house party. You can have fucking orgy. I'm just gonna the last part of myself. I don't know why.
Well, here's the thing: is I actually have cameras. My parents have cameras that they can check at any time. So no, and no.
They don't have any in the bathroom.
No, they don't. But they have one by the front door. They have one in the living room. They have one going upstairs. So.
True.
Bro, like, what the hell is this dumbass doing in my house?
Precisely.
Power Wash Simulator because the other games I'm trying to get installed are gonna take a bit.
Dude, this is some good shit right here. Including getting like a little mini pint of ice cream and some
Gelato.
some cheesecake. No, I got some cheesecake. Like Walmart
Folks,
brand cheesecake.
Dang.
Including all that, I spent $41. I also got some elbow macaroni and some Velveeta cheese because I'm going to be using the rest of the ground beef to make that.
Dang.
Also, that wine was like $3 too, so that's the great part. The wine that I used was $3.
there
And honestly, cheap wine's not that bad.
never
Cheap
is.
wine is not bad for no, well, I mean, it's not bad for pasta and shit. Like, when you're gonna cook, use cheap alcohol. Don't get the expensive shit. You're not gonna taste it anyways.
Why did cheap alcohol make it be really expensive? Have you ever tasted creamy whiskey?
Because when you're using, no, I'm saying use cheap alcohol when cooking.
Well, no, I'm asking. Have you ever tasted like creamy, like it tastes like cream, but it's whiskey? Like it has a white texture and everything.
I've heard of it. I've never tried it.
It's fucking good. I shit you not. I tried it today because I was downtown at Berkshire Mall to watch the Jurassic Park, and there's a liquor store right inside the store, right inside the River Center, right under it. And well, they're giving out free samples, and one of the whiskeys was a creamy type of whiskey.
Okay.
And it was
Hey,
fucking
hold on
good.
1 second. Right back. I gotta get batteries for my mouse.
Silly Christian. He should utilize a wired mouse. It's probably gonna come back and want to say he's gonna beat my ass later. Oh, that's right. I bought all the rest of the. Yo, I wish I had waited.
We burned down several cities. I'll never forget.
Oh, I got the wrong cleaner fluid on. Oh, so was this plastic? Okay, that was.
We'll always find a way. That's why the people
If you
of
start
this world
fucking
believe in
so much. Let's sing a goddamn song. Fuck's sake.
Yes, I just fucking sang that. No, don't do
Can
it.
that dog not? Please.
Why? Every time I shoot at you, you do not die. Like, what the actual fuck, bro?
Hold up. I'm just on the wrong kind of cleaner. Shut up, you mutt!
Sir, you shouldn't be talking to dogs like that. They have feelings too. Fuck myself.
Alright,
Aye.
dog, shut the fuck up. She always just, whenever she sees something outside, she just like has the fucking.
Did you guys
board.
even hear what I sang?
Yeah, they just didn't Steven Universe fucking song.
Say-
Okay,
Most
so
retard-
Binks is here. Hello. As soon as I join him in. Hello, 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 my friend. How
Can
are
y'all
you?
hear me? I just want to make
We
sure y'all
can
can
hear
hear
you.
me. Okay.
No,
cool.
no, no. Yeah, I
Oh.
finally got you in, so you're good.
Okay.
Green is blue.
I
No.
know I don't have a camera for my computer yet, so
I was about to say, yeah, his screen's not blurred. He just doesn't have a camera. It's kind of a
My
Joe
bad.
situation too. Joe's the
Okay,
same
fuck.
way. Don't worry about it. We're used to it.
That's
You're
all.
good. I see you're enjoying the noodles right there. Some good spaghetti and some sauce right there. I see. It's good.
I made it.
You made it.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
You poured alcohol in it.
yeah. So
Alcoholic.
I got like a $3 bottle of wine, some ragu, some like linguine noodles, and some ground beef. And I've
That
mixed
is
that
a
all
lot
together
of
with some
beef.
spices. But that's just for the sauce. That's just for spaghetti and meatballs. And I also got some like Parmesan cheese, like shredded. So
Nice.
there's some good shit right here. Some nice thick. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Man, I binged the hell out of Stranger Things.
I know. You told me. Oh my god. I feel so bad for you to have to go through that much like emotional trauma.
Dude, you
per
killing
season.
me.
I've not seen a single
Bob,
episode.
freaking Alexi, and Eddie. Jesus Christ.
Jesus, like, and he looked so happy too, Alexi. I was like,
Eddie
y'all gonna
did, yeah, I
kill
know.
him too. Y'all gonna kill him too.
I know. It's so sad.
I was like, yo, y'all can't do this shit to me.
I swear to God, if they do it next season, it better be a main fucking character because. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I think it's going to be Jonathan. I think Jonathan, because they're setting up Will as a tragic character, and I seriously think it's going to be Jonathan.
Who's Jonathan? Is it the one with the teeth that at the children's teeth?
He's the one that's dating Nancy.
Who the fuck is Nancy?
Okay, so Jonathan is Will's older brother. He's the one that
Alright.
looks like a pothead in season 4.
He looks like he's the quiet kid at school that you do not want to fuck with.
Yeah.
That will say like the most fucked up shit. Like as soon as you.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. Me and my mom, we looked up the cast for them because we wanted to know the names and see what else they've been in. Turns out the actors that play Jonathan and Nancy are actually together in real life too,
They are, yeah.
which is real ironic.
I know.
I'd like.
Well,
to
here's
also,
the thing: is they're setting up Nancy. I think either Steve is going to bite the dust, or I think it's going to be Will's older brother. The only reason why I think it's going to be Jonathan.
I kind of have a theory. I kind of have a feeling or a theory-ish that it's going to be Nancy, just by how she is, because she just can't decide what the fuck she wants in that show.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're more or less setting up Jonathan because you notice how much of a backseat he took this last season.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Will, Jonathan, and who else?
Mike.
Yeah, they were kind of like not even in barely in season 4.
Aside from getting 11 out of the place, he didn't really do much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think
piss me off.
I hope it wasn't Mike.
I just think it's gonna be. I think Mike's gonna make it. I don't think Elle's gonna either. Here's the thing: if they kill off Mike, I don't think Elle's gonna make it.
11, you
And
mean?
vice versa. Yeah, they call her Elle. Now, personally, I don't think they're gonna finish off Max. I think they're gonna bring her back. But
Sure.
if they do finish her off, I don't see Lucas making it. I really
Bro,
don't.
I was screaming at that scene, bro. I was
Yeah.
like, you can't do this!
What the hell?
And
Yeah,
yet
no,
those two are
I
gonna be
was
like-
I was dead silent. I was like, I was just like that. I was like, no.
I was like,
But I had
to- I
had to
do
close
this
my mouth.
shit, bro. Like,
Nah.
The fact that
Oh,
coming
no.
up like Thanos would be like, I am inevitable.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing: is I think Mike, because they're setting up, or not Mike.
Nancy
setting
should
up
have gone
Will.
for the fucking head, just like Thanos should have said too, huh?
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and get into this. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Snodacast. I'm your host, BlackChef56. I am currently enjoying some man-made pasta, and we are also going to get into our show right now. We are, of course, joined by the one, the only Gallows, aka Thomas.
What up, people? Y'all, you guys don't fight all the time.
The guy we always forget is here, Joe. Oh shit, he actually is here.
Omayo Moshinderu, motherfucker.
I'm not going to say nani. Anyways, also joined by not a newcomer, but definitely someone that's been missed. Binks. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right. Just trying to find my coffee.
All right. Well, we can't have any Snodacast without asking the age-old question of weekly topics, so I gotta ask. how's y'all's week? We're gonna go Gallows, Joe, Binks, and then me. All right, so Gallows, how's your week, buddy?
It's been work. Other than but work as usual. I've been feeling the exhaustion. This shit's horrible.
I took my first nap at work today.
You took the first nap at work. You're lucky. I wish I could take a nap at work. Oh wait, I work security, so of course I fucking can.
Just
No,
make sure to be in the blind spot.
Today was fucking brutal at my work, but I'll get into it later. All right, Joe, how's your week, buddy?
Kind of rough. Still trying to keep myself together. And, well, I went go-karting finally yesterday, but, well, then I kind of got hit from behind.
Did you get a blue turtle shell? Did you get blue turtle shelled? Is that what happened?
Not really. I was going... Okay, look, I was going slow as
Who
hell
did you main as? Here's the thing. Who did you main as? Did you main as Mario? Did you main as Luigi? Or were you Peach? I have a feeling you're a Daisy kind of guy. I feel like you would main Daisy.
Okay, first off, I'm Waluigi. That guy does not get any love. I'm Waluigi. I'm either Waluigi or Wario, because they don't get enough love these days from Nintendo.
Fair enough.
I mean, Wario...
Well, they're mostly side
aside
things.
from WarioWare, he doesn't get his own standalone games.
All right.
But okay, but to be serious, I was with like a couple of friends, and one of them was hanging back to make sure we weren't doing anything crazy, and the other one was one other new guy that acquaintance was behind me, and then he ended up hitting me from behind, and we started to hit as we were starting to bump into each other.
Yeah.
No,
I
just-
recoiled forward,
it's live
hit
stream time.
the back of my head against the padding.
Okay, so you didn't go go-karting. You went bumper cars.
No, it was go-karting. It's just
Oh,
that
okay.
I got hit from behind, and my head recoiled forward, and back it against the pad. It
Yeah.
still hurts.
That sounded like it was personal.
It does. It does sound like that shit was personal as fuck.
I didn't go to the hospital. I'm okay. It's just sore, and it hurts like a bitch.
Yeah, you're gonna be sore for a couple of days.
I kind of almost wanted to cry because of how much it hurt, but luckily the manager was nice enough to give me some ibuprofen and one of my favorite sodas, actually, that's not mainstream.
Mr. Pibb.
Jones, actually.
I would have actually given you more respect if you drank some RC like a real man.
The cola?
RC Cola.
Hell yeah.
That shit
Yeah.
kicks ass.
Man,
All right.
it feels like a discount.
It's the Kroger version of Great Value Coke.
Kind of, but
Because I used to get that all the time
RC
at
Cola?
Kroger. I used to get that all the time
Yeah.
at Kroger back like in
Ah,
2009.
when you have Coca-Cola and all that, it's like you could kind of taste the difference.
Well, yeah, compared to Coke. But honestly, if I'm going to go for straight flavor, I'm going Dr. Pepper, or honestly, I will go RC or Dr. Pepper for straight flavor. If I'm going out of necessity, I'll go Pepsi. And then, yeah, that's about it. I'll drink Pib Extra every now and then, but it's got to be cold.
Come on,
It
you
cannot
can light
be. It cannot be warm. But Binks, how's your week, buddy?
Let me tell you something. I finished
Still
my
up
training.
for laughs.
Oh no shit!
I
Fantastic!
finished my
Congratulations,
training.
buddy.
I did get my 3 stops. I had 1 stop of my own. We saw some very, very crazy shit. One of them, a bald homeless lady walking into the store barefoot, literally flashing everybody that goes right past her. We have it on camera. I have a picture of the event.
I know.
That's fucking hilarious, my guy.
We had to
Fucking
get
funny fuck.
hands on with somebody that wouldn't listen to me when I told him to stop running. So we had to take him down. So that was
Were
quite
you a
eventful. I
police
felt.
Thanks.
No, I'm not a cop. I was offered a position as a cop though by another officer, but had to decline that, because I just started my AP position. But we made quite a few arrests and trespasses, and Lord knows what else. But I'm going back to my old story tomorrow, actually.
shit.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. Y'all gonna get to see the photo. I'll probably end up sharing it in the.
That's cool.
It was fucking hilarious. The shit you see as
I'm
an AP,
sorry.
man.
I'm sorry. That's too damn funny. Imagine having to call the cops on that one. Be like,
Oh, you're
there
security
is
guard.
a bald.
Shit.
You should have seen the
He's-
cop because he was watching her, but at the same time, we saw him on camera walking past the house she was in and just like pulling his phone to try to take a video of her before he approached her. He was laughing his ass off. He could not contain it when he went to talk to her.
She's probably got some mental health issues, but even still, that's funny.
That's Beach Street for you. We passed that Walmart, remember, on Airport Freeway?
Oh right. There's too many crackheads over there. Jesus Christ.
Dog, you're telling me. We
Crackheads
had so
everywhere.
many.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite one was the dude that stole a lot of crap and then said every excuse in the book. There was another lady in there that we stopped, and she had fentanyl on her.
Shit.
Yeah, and she said, "Oh, it's just fentanyl."
Yeah,
Like, sure. You want to kill me? Like,
Yeah.
we get charged for homicide? Nah. But that's how my week's gone, and now I'm off these 2 days, and I go back to my old store on Sunday. And me and Christian have some plans, probably this upcoming Wednesday if they give me that day off. I'm not too sure yet.
Okay. Well, I can
Because-
tell you Monday night if you're free. I'm gonna probably be going out drinking with. Everybody here knows. We know Wreckage, aka Jackson. At least a couple people here do. I know Joe does. I don't know about Gallows,
I don't know. Who that
but
is.
he's an old coworker of mine. So I was gonna say, if you want to join us,
Alright.
we're going to Woody's.
I only have the money for us to go up to the gallery on Wednesday, but I'm not too sure if they're going to give me Monday and Tuesday off since that's my other coworker's schedule, and they want me to work his schedule for this week and then start doing the Wednesday, Thursday the week after that. So I don't know what I'll keep you updated, man.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm just letting you know Monday night. I think either Sunday or Monday night I'm going out with them. So yeah. But yeah, no, if you want to do something Wednesday, I can see about maybe getting out a little earlier so we don't have to deal with 5 o'clock traffic going up there towards the Galleria. But if we do, we do. It's whatever. I
think it's inevitable at that point.
Yeah.
Traffic
Well, honestly,
toward Dallas is always going to be terrible.
true, but it's also there's
Dude,
a moment where
going
it's
near
not
Dallas
as
is
bad.
always a fucking bad idea, man.
Well, I used to
It
work in
is.
Dallas, Central Market Security. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, it was
Traffic
fucking.
in Dallas is fucking awful.
I was
I
called
always,
a-
anytime I go to Dallas, I fucking hate driving there.
Right.
I hate being.
Bro, I was insulted by a Hispanic homeless man. He called me gay. Like, I was like, you can't be here, man. And then this dude's like,
It sounds
in
like
Spanish.
He
There was
just
a
like
coworker of mine. He knew Spanish, and he translated. He said, this dude just called you a motherfucking gay nigga, right? And I'm like, oh, really?
he told you how he was
He was
just
telling me,
very
have a good
dominant
day,
on
sir.
your
Have a
ass.
good day. Dog,
Yeah.
that place is
That's insane.
yeah.
Just wanted to
Yeah.
assert his dominance on you.
So
Yeah, I
I'm
guess
used
so.
to the rush of bullshit. Trust me.
My thing is I hate driving to Dallas because I've driven through Dallas a couple of times and I always end up regretting it. And
Oh, I know.
then
I mean, it's Dallas. What do you expect?
and then I don't mind being there, like not downtown, but like where all the aquarium and the museums are. That's
Oh, yeah.
fine. I actually don't mind walking around Dallas and doing that shit. But when it comes to other shit, like I hate even being a passenger going towards Dallas because it fucking sucks.
Good restaurants though.
Yeah, they got some great restaurants. There's some great entertainment in Dallas. It's just getting there. Is
It
a pain in
really
the ass.
is. Just don't get caught at night.
Oh
Yeah,
fuck no, you're
exactly.
gonna get killed.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I got caught at night going back to the parking spot I was parked at, which was a little bit too
Yeah.
far from the office, and I was followed by a homeless dude saying that my car is fake. And then before I drove off, I was like, "Hey, your teeth fake as hell too. You got nothing." That was a
God
mistake.
damn.
That was a mistake because they threw something at me. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was shit. So I was like, nah, I'll just wash my car. It's crazy.
That is insane, my guy. But
Hey, man, gotta live it.
Yeah. All right. Well, my week has I started a new job last weekend, so that was
Chili's.
nice.
Oh wait, no.
Yeah,
Oh, Chili's.
Terrible
Chili's
job.
didn't give me enough hours.
Fucking ass.
I actually didn't mind Chili's. Chili's was okay.
They wouldn't give me
Okay,
free
now
meals.
the work. No, they were giving me free meals. Trust me. No,
I'm
it
gonna
was
play that.
okay. The work fucking sucked, but the people
What were
there
they
were great.
doing?
I miss the people that I worked with dearly. Like I
It
sincerely.
looked like it was
miss
only
a
there
lot.
for a week.
I was only there for like 2 weeks max.
Almost. I
Like
think
I'll get
about
2 paychecks from them.
It was,
maybe like
seems
half
like you were
a
like,
month or a month or
bruh.
so.
Yeah,
if I more
but
money.
What was it? What was the other job that
Uh,
tried to offer you like $2.30 an hour plus tips?
that was fucking end. They wanted to be
That
me
sounds
to be
like
a
Joe's
server.
Crab Shack in a
And
nutshell.
literally, they were gonna be like, "It's like, well, we're only gonna pay you $2.50 an hour, and
$2.50,
but you
that's
get
you're
plus
working.
tips." And I'm like, and he's like, "Well, you have the chance of getting $200 tips." And I'm like, "Bro,
Nah.
no."
They'd be
Or like
like,
$200 in tips, and I'm like, "Bro, I can't live off that." The fact that anybody can, I mean, I bet you half of your servers have another job somewhere.
but they probably go to a better job that pays more than that shit.
That's exactly my point,
Like
So-
anybody would be that desperate to work for tips. Like,
All right,
this
hold
is not.
wait a second.
it's not
Anybody
their way
listening
to-
out there, if you're watching this and you got a job at a restaurant and they only pay you $2.50 plus tips, trust me, there's police stations, firefighter, there's more
Shit,
jobs
there's
out there that
Goodwill.
will hire you with no experience, only a high school diploma or a GED. Please do yourself a favor and get a better paying job. The economy sucks, okay?
Looks like
Well, that's what I
everyone
was going to
off
say
pretty hard.
is, granted, it's not as much as I was getting paid at Chili's, which granted, Chili's wasn't as much as I was getting paid at Cane's, but Goodwill hired me, and they hired out of their straight up full-time job. Like, I'm going to get benefits from the next month or so, like around October
I think after
is when
your
my benefits will
probation
start.
period, which is like a 90-day period, so that's
Funny
usually
that
when
you're
you
going
get
through
something.
My mom
So-
told me it was like, you should work at Goodwill. I was like, I could have.
You should, dude. It's real. They'll treat you okay. They'll work with what you got,
I used to work at
Always.
Ross, and I can tell you right now, I think Goodwill would be a better place to go because of Ross.
Yeah.
I told them that I wanted to be full time, but they didn't tell me that for me to be full time, I have to be a true loss prevention associate, which I told them I was going to be since it's going to be my only job. But they still
Right.
screwed me over because they said they only have one true position that's been filled. And I'm like, then why the fuck do you tell me?
That's fucked up, man.
That's why I quit
But-
that job. They used to
Yeah.
schedule me only 3 days out of the week, sometimes for only like
Shit,
4
that's
hours.
the reason why I left. That's the reason why I left Chili's. They would only schedule me 3 days of the week, and I'm like, I can't do that. I don't care. I mean, you could be paying me $20 an hour for that.
Oh, yeah.
Not 4 or 5 hour shifts. I mean, I could live off that, yeah, but like, I can't be doing that. I mean, that's fucked up, So, Goodwill's hiring me on. They hired me on full time already off the bat. And my job is stupid fucking easy. I'm guaranteed 2 days off. I work 5 days out of the week, 8-hour shifts. Do they get long? Yes, but at least they have a TV with a DVD player, and I can watch some fucking movies just to pass the time. So I like doing that. That's fun. I literally got to watch. Joe, I'm not the only one there, but
I was thinking out loud.
no, you're good. So I'm not the only one there. I'm never there by myself. There's always 2 other people at least.
Not like you can
So
watch
granted, today it was
Flubber.
just me and one other person. No, they don't have Flubber. Basically, now granted, someone brought in a 3D TV the other day.
old
So
school?
I had to no, I mean like back when 3D TVs were the shit. So they brought that in. I had to go fish around for a Blu-ray player because the DVD player we were using on the old TV still had the yellow, red, and white.
Text.
That wouldn't hook up on the 3D TV. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to change this out. And so I've got the Blu-ray player. Fantastic. It works like a dream. This TV, while granted the left side of it has some lines, like some pixelated lines, they're you get used to them. They almost look like this. Like you see the white on here, they almost kind of look like that on the side of the screen. So it's not terrible. It doesn't really affect the picture. You just see it, and you eventually go blind to it. So it is what it is. But then today, someone brought in a TV, and the one we originally had was falling to shit. So I was like, I
Your
literally
guys'
looked at one of my
taking
coworkers.
the shit,
No, well, I mean, kind of. We don't take it. We don't take it. We didn't take much of anything. I mean, we get teething time, and if they work, we'll send them out to stores that'll sell them. Same thing with furniture. So like the one that we had, our TV stand was falling apart, and so we're like, okay, well, this one's a much better material. There's like slight chipping on it that someone would probably complain about. So why don't we just fucking use it? And it's a lot better, and it looks a lot better. I mean, yeah, there's some defect that somebody would have bitched and moaned about, but whatever. So we're gonna take it. And yeah, I mean, it looks great now. I literally watched Independence Day, From Dusk Till Dawn, and Dread today, which was I've seen all three of those movies. They were great. I love them. You know. And I'm working while doing that. So it's not like I'm just sitting on my ass all the time. I am sitting on my ass quite a bit of time. Like I would say a good 70 to 80% of the time, depending on how busy we are, I'm sitting on my ass. Though granted, today was a fucking hard ass day. We literally had a guy bring a trailer in filled with
What the fuck?
his phone probably died or it disconnected, one of the two.
What happened?
His phone sometimes disconnects and everything. There he is.
It does that.
So yeah. But anyways, so we got all that.
All here. What the fuck? I should be able to do that, don't I?
Hey, are we still with the topics?
Yeah, we're still on weekly updates. I'm almost done. So I started my new job. I finally got to hand wash my car. So that was nice. That was a fun experience. It took me about because I had to figure out what the fuck I was doing. But now that I know what I'm doing, it shouldn't take me that long to do it.
What do you use to clean your car?
Bucket over there. It was a bucket kit from Chemical Guys, usually about $95. So you just you hook it up to a hose. They have a foam blaster. They give you the soap. They give you a wax in the bucket. They give you a bucket, a dirt trap, 3 microfiber rags, a detail thing for your rims, some rim and tire cleaner, as well as tire protector. So it's like rubber, stuff like that. Like you can use it on that for protecting it. And then of course they give you some wax. And then I got some interior cleaner. Oh, they also give you glass cleaner as well. I got some interior cleaner and another microfiber rag that has like this kind of waffle grid pattern to kind of collect dirt. So I got that. So grand scheme of thing, I spent about $98 on it, but I also got for $70-ish, give or take, maybe closer to 80, because it was about $70 for on sale. Usually it goes for about 95 though on Amazon, but it's a pretty good kit. I personally like it, and yeah, I mean it works great. My car has never looked better, honestly. So
I wish I freaking could get that, because my car has all types of stains on it now, thanks to my neighbors.
Well, shit, you
What
got a
neighbors
hose?
do you have, like, from hell?
No, my neighbors, I don't know what it is. I think they just don't like us, because now I got like a big coffee stain on my car, and I don't know.
That seems more like an accident, though.
An accident, so
Unless they're from hell, and then, you know.
Yeah.
unless
But
they
no,
keep it
But no, what's your next day off? Sunday? Tomorrow, right? Yeah, yours, Binks.
Mine should be on Wednesday this week, depending if they want to keep it. If they want to keep it Monday, Tuesday this week, and then Wednesday, Thursday next week. But I gotta see.
What I'm saying, didn't you say you have the next 2 days off, or you've had the last 2 days off?
I have had the last, yesterday and today were my days off today.
Okay. So what time are you working?
I work 2 to 11 tomorrow.
What about Monday?
That will be the same time unless they'll change it. I gotta see. I still gotta talk to the people lead.
Okay. If you want to, try to come over to my place around 10ish, and we'll get your thing washed. I'll get it washed and waxed.
Once I get gas, I'll do that. But right now I am almost on E. So,
do you need money for gas?
I got the money for our food when we go to the Galleria.
No, I'm saying, do you need money for gas? I can get you gas.
He's going to Del
I'll
Rio.
get you like $20-$30. I'm taking him to the Galleria, but
I ain't ever been to the gallery at all. I've lived in Houston for 5 years.
I think you need the money more than I do, my guy. I get paid next week, so.
okay. I was just gonna try to clean your car because I'm free. It is what it is. All right. Anyways, on to our let's go on to Now Showing. So for this week, Now Showing, we have Paws of Fury, The Legend of Hank. And I'm actually thoroughly intrigued by this movie, just because it seems like it's being based off of Hong Kong Phooey, which is an old Boomerang cartoon, or really just an old Hanna-Barbera cartoon. But this has got a pretty stacked cast, to be perfectly honest, for such a kids movie. It's got Michael Cera as Hank. You have, and it's in this world of like Samuel L. Jackson.
It was on my.
As on the planet.
Yeah. As well as, oddly enough, Mel Brooks is in this movie.
I was supposed to go see it today. I was supposed to go see Paul the Fear today, but that bitch was like at 1:30. I missed it by like 20 minutes to be able to see it. The next one's going to be like 4:15. I was like, fuck that. I'm not going to watch that movie at 4:15.
4:15.
What am I going to do for like a whole
time?
Like 2 hours? What am I going to do for a whole 2 hours?
You went and saw a 2.5-hour movie versus an hour, probably 40-minute movie max.
Don't judge me. Don't you judge me.
I am judging you, very much so.
Staying out of it because, well.
Anyways,
still didn't tell me what I was going to do for the next 2.5 hours.
Play with your dick. I don't know.
I got nothing because I did not look at the cast for this movie.
Well, like I said, we have Michael Cera, we have Samuel L. Jackson, we have Mel Brooks. I mean,
they have Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, it has Samuel Jackson.
Okay, I'm sold.
I wish Mel Brooks would make us.
There's a black dude in the movie.
The old ancient man.
Before he dies or something, he
Nice.
needs to do a sequel movie for Spaceballs.
I think it's
Mel Brooks.
I think the cast is going to be great because it's
If
going to be
Samuel
a fun
Jackson's
movie.
in there, I would like to give him one fucking pass to say motherfucker somewhere. Just
Always,
kids
man.
movie,
He's a
unfortunately,
fucking
it's rated
he's a
PG.
funny ass guy.
You know
He's
he's
a
gonna
funny-
try
he
to
plays
slide
funny
it in
anti-hero
somewhere.
characters.
Samuel
It's funny.
Jackson.
Now, here's where they can really make it funny. They can embrace the meme. So everybody knows the thing that I'm tired of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane. So there's a TV edit. There's a TV edit of that movie where he says, I'm tired of this monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane. And I'm like, if they said something like that, you have me sold. I'm sorry. That's hilarious. If you don't do something along the lines
reference,
of monkey fighter, something along the lines of monkey fighter, I swear to God. It's like, that would be genuinely funny. I don't care how contrived it would sound. That would have me laughing in the fucking aisle. That is hilarious. So, do you guys feel like you're going to go... I know Gala said he was going to go try to see it, but do you guys feel like you're going to go see it in theaters, or you think you're going to wait for it to come out on disc? I'm probably going to wait for it to come out on streaming, honestly, because I don't want to be in a movie with a bunch of crying and screaming kids, because I know that there's going to be kids going to see this movie.
I thought you were going to make a joke about me being one of those kids, but...
I would probably wait
Joe,
for
you are a man-child, and I'm not probably going to be in the same theater as you, so fair enough. Anyways.
Okay, go fuck yourself, though.
Yeah, tell me I'm wrong.
Somewhat.
Yeah, I was lost.
All right.
probably just wait until it comes out on disc or a streaming service.
That's kind of what I'm thinking because I think this is a Warner Brothers movie. Maybe?
Oh, so
Hold
maybe
on.
it should be. Oh.
I don't know. Anyways, if it's a Warner Brothers movie, it'll be on HBO Max soon.
If it's
So-
Nickelodeon, it'll be on Paramount.
It's true. I think it is a Nickelodeon thing. No, it'd
No.
be Warner Brothers because if it's based off of the it's based off of the Hanna-Barbera cartoon, and Hanna-Barbera is owned by Warner Brothers. So
And they
it's a
have
Warner
been
Brothers
doing
movie.
back to squat with Hanna-Barbera all these years.
Hanna-Barbera, no, they haven't because nobody wants to make cartoons for Hanna-Barbera. Hanna-Barbera is no longer a company; it's a brand at this point.
To bring him back though, if I was in
Well,
charge.
the fucker, you got to think about it. The founders are dead. They haven't really, I mean, aside from like the occasional Scooby-Doo movie that they'll make, they don't really make
may or may
anything.
not be
Now
dog
all the
shit.
Hanna-Barbera stuff goes on to Boomerang, and no
And
kid
I
watches
honestly-
live TV anymore. So, I mean, you know,
I honestly think Boomerang should just be thrown in with HBO Max as a bonus.
well, they have all the old cartoons
It's
on
great.
there. If they have Cartoon Network stuff, they have they have Boomerang stuff. I know they do.
They do.
Yeah,
Warner
they're
Brothers.
missing
Yeah.
a couple of Scooby-Doo shows and movies, in my opinion. You don't have the first scene goes to Scooby-Doo, which
Here's the thing. I want one more live action Scooby Doo movie. And what I
Exactly.
want, in order for it, and I want it to be theatrically released, I want Matthew Lillard to have a cameo and extra brownie points if you make him the villain.
like a like a D&D villain in disguise.
Not exactly what I was going for sure.
Oh, I meant like as a masked persona, you know.
Oh, yeah, that'd be kind of fun.
You do it, Scooby-Doo, or Scooby-Doo, another one. I feel like it should be more of a horror type of Scooby-Doo.
I would love, not necessarily live action, definitely go for more of a horror approach. Go for like,
Scooby-Doo Apocalypse comics.
no, go for something along the lines of, I'm trying to think. Stranger Things season 1 had a lot of horror in it.
Go for something
It
like
was
that.
very
right?
PG-13 horror though. Like Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark was really good horror. There's some good horror stuff. I think you just when you
Speaking of like
do
the
it.
first two Creep Show movies.
Creepshow is very rated R though. It's very stylized. I like it. I love Creepshow.
I love the style of it though. I mean,
Well, yeah, it's based off of the Hammer horror comics. So, yeah. you know.
and the first and like the cover art of the first one was kind of like those old vintage horror movies.
Exactly. So,
which is-
if anybody can find me either a Blu-ray or a 4K copy of Scream Factory's Creepshow, I love you. If you can find it for me,
I
because it's like $30 to $40 from what I've been saying.
just don't watch Creep Show free because
It sucks. It's not even Creepshow, and I know exactly what you're talking about.
Is that the demon one?
Creepshow. That's the what?
Which one is the demon one? Where he fights a demon in a house and shit like that. Has to do with the blood, like he pours blood on the doorway and it fucking stops Stephen from coming in.
That's not Creepshow. That is I know which one you're talking about. You're talking about Tales from the Crypt presents Demon Knight.
Oh, that's where that's from? I swear.
That's Tales from the Crypt. Yeah. Creepshow is something different. Creepshow was George A. Romero and Stephen King and
There's a
Tom
lot of
Savini.
Okay, that. Oh wait, you know I've heard about another horror director that's Italian called Argento Dario or
Yes, he is known for the
Night of the Demon.
Yes, he is known for Night of the Demon.
Or Demons.
He's primarily known for exact word. It's like Italian
Where we go?
horror.
Topic, bro.
Okay, we were definitely off topic, but anyways, so on to my next question, which is if I can pull it up. Sorry. So how do you guys feel about someone bringing up Hung Kung Fui, which was never my favorite Boomerang cartoon? Honestly, my favorite Boomerangs had to do anything with like yeah, Scooby-Doo or the Snorks or Smurfs or a whole bunch of shit. There was a lot of stuff that I liked. But
I like
yeah,
more of the superhero ones that they made for
Blue
Boomerang
Falcon
stuff.
and Dynamite.
Yeah, that one.
Falcon and Dynamite was pretty good.
I usually just freaking what was it? Dexter's Laboratory. I used to watch all the time.
Yeah.
That was
I've
cartoon.
never-
Yeah.
But I've never really got into Hong Kong Phooey. Like you said, I mostly got into like Scooby Doo, Dexter's Laboratory,
Long.
I probably only see like
What else?
one episode of Hong Kong Fooey, and that's it.
Flintstones.
I've seen
I
a couple
watched
of
that on there,
episodes.
too.
Yeah, Flintstones. I would watch the shit out of Flintstones.
The Jetsons.
Yeah,
The
the
Jetsons.
Jetsons.
Jetsons, yes.
But never Hong Kong Phooey. I never really got into that. No.
I mean, if it was on and there was nothing else, I would watch it. But it was never like, ooh, Hong Kong Phooey's on. It's like, I don't care. You know? Huckleberry Hound is more entertaining to me than Hong Kong Phooey.
Oh.
But this seems to be taking that kind of hyper stylized. Yeah. But anyways,
Head, man.
we're gonna go ahead and go on to our first topic for the night. So, our first topic is the boys officially will have a crossover with the boys presents Varsity, which I am curious about because I don't know. Okay, the boys Diabolical was really entertaining, especially as quick
It was-
bites.
I love
loved
that one
The
of
Boys.
them was Rick and Morty style animated. But
Yeah, I did like that too. That was
loved
pretty
it.
cool. It also had Christian Slater, which I thought was hilarious. But yeah, there was a lot of stuff in it, and I personally, I think my favorite one was like the Compound V face cream, whatever. Like the guy had like the illusion. I thought that was pretty cool.
it's like, turns out he's hallucinated the whole thing and he died.
Yeah, and he dies. That was great.
It was
I
sad,
didn't see
but in
that
a way,
coming.
it was funny.
Yeah, it was sad, but it was kind of also funny as well. Obviously, Laser Baby's Day Out was hilarious. I thought that one was really funny.
I love the crap out of that one. That was funny as heck.
Yeah,
Like an old
dude, I
Looney
actually
Tunes.
watched all of the boys Diabolical. I can't wait for a season 2 of that because there was one that was actually more like the comics where you did have Simon Pegg play Huey, who in the original comics, Huey was based off of Simon Pegg. So that's why they casted him as Huey's
It
father.
was like a fan cast, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's why they cast him as no, because the original creator said they based his design off of Simon Pegg. So I like the idea that, and that was the Great White. He was who was played by
Butcher
Michael Cera,
especially.
was hilarious. Butcher was played by Jason Isaacs, by the way.
Yeah, and his looked
Yeah.
like...
Which one is that one? Is that Mother? The one I know of is called Mother's Milk. And the reason why
In the
I'm-
Boys Diabolical, there's an episode where they have the Great White Wonder who goes through like Iron
Oh.
Past or whatever. The
It's
guy who
enema,
voices Butcher
drugs.
in that is Jason Isaacs, and then you also have Huey played by Simon Pegg. But no,
the one I liked from it was the one that it goes that they all had shitty powers. They
yeah,
had no
because in the
great powers
comics,
and shit.
actually, the first like run of the comics, I love that they waited till season 3 to bring it in, but in the comics, they actually do take temporary Compound V, and they are kind of patrolling superheroes, making sure that they behave and everything. So in the
they'll
comics,
beat the
that's
shit
what
out of them.
happens. Exactly. So in the comics, they already have temporary powers. It's just I think they all only have like super strength and
Huey has a
invulnerability. No, I'm talking about like in the comics. I don't think Huey
Yeah,
has
yeah.
teleporting in the comics. I think they all have like generic powers where it's just like strength and invulnerability. So, but I do like that they gave Huey teleportation. That makes so much sense for his character. Obviously, Butcher getting Homelander powers, that was minus flight. Like that was so true. That was so. I can't wait for the 4th season. I don't think they're gonna make it after Butcher, bites the dust, because they did mention that in the end of the season where he is dying. They said like you maybe have months, maybe a year to live. Like they said what, like 18
At
months or
least
something.
take some people with him.
Yeah, exactly. But how are you guys excited with the Newsboys project? Because honestly, some of the spin-off stuff that they have done is pretty good.
Well, I think it's gonna be a good one. I think that the boys are doing really great as a show,
Right.
as a superhero show, more dark and gritty. edgy. So the possibility that this next one's going to be good, it's high. I just don't want to get my hopes up on it, and the next one, next thing you know, it's just shitty ass fucking mix.
I personally don't think they can go beyond 2 more seasons. Granted, here's the thing. I think personally, not every show needs 5 seasons, but usually that's like the gold mine, because peak of the show is like easily is usually like mid-season. So I think usually like Breaking Bad is the best example of you don't need 12 seasons. You can just do it in 5 seasons and be done.
Also, Big Bang Theory is a bad example.
And plus, a lot of superhero shows don't go past like 2 seasons.
True, there is a lot of shows that don't go past that. Supernatural was one of those shows that they wanted to end on 5 seasons, and then the fans kept begging for it to come back, and then they finally ended it.
15 and shit.
Yep. Actually, I don't think they were on 15. I think they were on 18. I think they almost had 20 seasons.
The only thing I don't like about the last part of Supernatural was that they killed Dean in a not like usual Hunter way, but like an accident type shit.
Right. Well, he went out going on a hunt. That makes sense. So that was a Hunter way. It was just like he did go out on a hunt. So that makes sense. And that makes sense that Dean would go out hunting. Sam was definitely the one that was going to like settle down, and Dean already got his chance to settle down. So I think personally that works. And speaking of Jensen Ackles, in The Boys, I personally think I think they're going to bring him back. I really do.
He plays a great Soldier Boy.
He's a completely different version of Soldier Boy too. Soldier Boy was essentially
a fucking crybaby, bro.
He was a crybaby in the
comic.
Yeah, he was a complete wimp. So I like the fact that they make him this kind of like proto Homelander kind of thing. So that was kind of I like that. I was like, okay, that's a good idea. So how do you guys think this crossover will go? I personally don't think like we're gonna get much beyond a Butcher cameo, maybe a Huey and stuff like that. But I don't think we're gonna see Frenchie. Well, we might see Frenchie, but I don't. The one I think I don't think we're gonna see. I don't think we're gonna see Butcher. That's the number one. I'm like, I don't see it happening. But I definitely see a bunch of other characters kind of coming in. So, how do you guys think this crossover will go?
Really bloody.
I agree.
You're just like, you're not wrong. I agree.
I'm not. I don't think you're wrong.
Fuck, I would have doubted this fucking boys know.
Right.
I think the crossover is going to go pretty well. I think it might be okay. Like I said, I don't want to get my hopes up. It kills and shit. It kills itself.
Worst thing can happen. It goes tits up.
Right.
Basically.
All right then. So on to our next topic. Kirby's Dream Buffet got its official announcement trailer.
Basically, it's like Kirby, but Fall Guys. You know?
Okay, that's fair.
Fall Guys Kirby.
So, how do you feel about another Kirby game? I don't think we've had one, to be perfectly honest.
We had the other one that was kind of like Super Mario Odyssey.
Right, yeah. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about... Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Say what you're going to say.
I was just saying, like, Kirby's one of those games that's like, yeah, I'll play it, but I'm not going to, like, I'm not going to go out of my way to beat it. You know, it's just one of those, oh, yeah, I have nothing better to... It's kind of like, it's the Animal Crossing before Animal Crossing was a thing. It's like, oh, this is a fun, somewhat challenging game.
Or Harvest Moon.
If never played Harvest Moon.
Farming simulator kind of game, but...
Okay, fair enough. But are you guys going to play it?
If I ever get more money,
yeah. Probably.
I might.
It's probably like once in a while. If I get bored of playing a game, I'm more likely to put that on and play that for like a few minutes or whatever, and then turn it off. But I end up getting frustrated for the game itself.
Okay. Vince, were you going to say something?
I enjoy Kirby games. I really have. You know, as a kid, I used to, be all about it. Mario, Kirby, all types of Nintendo games. So if anything,
yeah, go ahead.
So if anything, I would play it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna say let's all go into a verbal agreement that Nintendo had our childhood by the balls. Tell me I'm
did.
wrong. When
No.
it came to video
You're
games,
not.
Nintendo
Fucking right
had our childhood by the balls. It was
Oh yeah.
Real hard by the balls, and it hurt.
in a vice grip.
Mine are still.
Fucking,
Mine are
you
still
want to
hard.
talk about balls and fucking cock torture or what?
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying Nintendo had our childhood in a vice grip. Had our balls in a vice
It
grip.
still hurts.
Pretty
It
much.
does, just a little bit. Especially now because Nintendo games are fucking expensive. Like, dude, I can't get fucking any. I still can't get Breath of the Wild for less than $60 used. Like,
So damn
bro,
Yeah, that's like.
it
bruh.
is. You can't
It's been
get
out for how
Smash
long now?
Bros. Breath of the Wild's been, like the Switch has been out since PS4 Pro came out. Like the Switch has been out for a while,
Yeah.
and then yeah, Switch has been out for I think since 2018, 2019, something along those lines.
Somewhere around
Before
there.
it was before COVID, and freaking yeah, I mean it's crazy. So you know to think about it that way, but I mean holy shit, man, it's nuts when you think about it. I mean it really is. So you know the fact that I think Breath of the Wild was one of the launches for Switch, if I'm not mistaken, because wasn't it originally on Wii U and then they moved it?
It came up for both.
Right. So I mean shit, and the Wii U fucking died in
2016.
2016.
Nobody wanted to give it any much support.
It wasn't that great, to be perfectly honest.
Even like folks
It was a
like
gimmick.
EA are like, yeah, we're not gonna play much games on there.
Well, you notice that as soon as the Wii U came out, like it wasn't 2 or 3 years later that they announced the Switch.
Yeah.
So, just
I
saying.
think because the new one shipped up, like didn't go so well. So like, all right, we need to make a game that
Nintendo,
was gonna
yeah,
fucking sell them hardcore.
yeah, Nintendo lost a shit ton of money with the Wii U. So,
They
yeah,
just
that
had
was.
Switch first instead. Like, it would have saved them.
Oh, it would have saved them years because everybody was still playing with the Wii. And if you didn't have the Wii, you had a 3DS or a Nintendo DS. So I mean,
Yeah,
you know, everybody still loved the Wii at that point. Shit, I remember there was people when the Wii U came out. They were like, I knew somebody that had bought the parents did. They played with it for like a week, and then they're like, "I'm going back to the Wii," and their parents are like, "All right,
They
fair
still
enough."
kept our Wii U's.
I've never
Yeah.
bought the Wii U. How about
I don't
that
think I
Nintendo
ever
Switch?
wanted.
That's all right. My wife
See, I got a Nintendo Switch.
I
But
ended up getting it just
other than that, I had the Wii and that's it.
Yeah,
Basically.
my last Nintendo item that I owned before my Switch was a Wii. So I mean,
I
yeah.
only bought the Wii U just for Smash.
yeah, and even then, all you had to do was wait a couple more years for freaking Switch, and they had Smash Ultimate. I think a lot of the Switch games went over to, or a lot of the Wii U games went over to Switch, if I'm not mistaken.
Except Smash Ultimate.
They
Smash
did.
Ultimate was made for
They did.
Switch exclusively.
Right.
You know what game they should? You know what
Yeah.
game? What system they should be
And
back?
and
Cube.
I could probably fuck y'all up in Smash, but that's for another.
All
day.
right. What were you saying, Gallus? What game? What should be back? What should they be
Remake.
back?
Hey, the fucking GameCube. Bring back the GameCube.
Dude, I would kill for another GameCube. That shit. That was the shit,
Like GameCube
man.
Classic. I don't know how that would go well.
It would go great.
No,
We're talking
do what they did with the original PlayStation. Just kind of release like a smaller version of it that has all the game. It already has.
And
games
actually
preloaded.
have plenty of stock available, and not make it wait till there's more stock for this. Shit.
Exactly. So I mean, they could do something similar to that
Do what they did, but none
and
of
be
that
fine.
limited stock bullshit.
Oh yeah, no, don't do the limited stock bullshit. That was utter bullshit. I will agree with you.
Whoever their marketing team was, they probably fired.
Probably. Well, speaking of to our next topic, so PlayStation has officially acquired Studios.
I do not know who
Ever
these
heard
guys.
of or played anything
Yeah.
from Haven Studios? Because
I
I
don't even
haven't.
know.
So
I think
that might be
what they're doing with this is going to probably replace. More than likely, they're supposed to be replacing. They just lost a contract with them anyways. Fuck. Activision.
EA.
That's why.
Oh,
yeah,
Activision.
EA. That's the reason. I think that's the reason why
Right,
they're doing it.
Did.
I'm not gonna say anything because, well,
Joe, you
Yeah.
can talk about it. Just don't bring up the whole Don't bring up the whole thing. Just say.
writing's on the wall.
Okay, there we go. So, well, you know what? Honestly, Activision did get bought up by. Didn't it get
Microsoft.
bought by Microsoft? Yeah.
They got-
So
That's still
I think they'll be
ongoing.
under new mold. That's still what?
It's still they're still trying to figure it out. But all the dumb people like that don't want it to happen are trying to get it to where it doesn't go through, but it's gonna go through.
Right. Okay.
All the corporate, without getting into too much into corporate lobbying and all that, because I know nothing about it. I'm just saying, give someone the right amount of money and they'll give you what you want. As
Alright.
such as capitalism. All the bullshit.
So, how do you think PlayStation is going to treat this company? I don't think PlayStation has as a notorious of a reputation when it comes to buying companies as EA, because I know EA will buy a company and then they'll make one and then they'll muddy everything into it and then be like, oh, cool, so that game didn't do well.
It's
Even
not like
though we had our
BioWare's
fingers,
next on the
you
chopping block.
know, yeah, so even though we stuck our fingers in that game after you did a really good game with us, you guys no longer exist. Bye.
That's what happened to the people that made Warhammer Online.
It is. EA has a notorious reputation of if they buy your company, don't expect to stay long because you're
BioWare
probably.
could be next, in my opinion.
I honestly would be shocked if EA, just from their business practices, aside from the fact that they have a stranglehold on almost games, like
I don't even
UFC,
play.
NHL, Madden. I mean, they literally have a stranglehold. on it.
Football, fucking everything.
They do have MLB, Big Show.
There was NCAA, but FIFA, they lost the license to FIFA like last year or this
Oh
year.
yeah. Oh, they finally lost their license to FIFA.
Well, FIFA was like, okay, if you want to use our license for games again, you're gonna have to pay this much now, and they're like,
Nope.
no.
Wow. I'm actually
You
surprised.
just have to give them a price that they're just not gonna. They're just gonna flat say no to, and then
Right.
They might end up treating
There
them.
you go.
They might end up treating them like shits, and then
You think
Treat 'em
PlayStation
like-
is going to treat Haven like shit?
probably. I've never heard of the console before. The Haven company.
Neither have I, but I'm sure they produce some good shit. Like here, let me look that up. Hold on.
ugh, figure out level is gonna kill me.
But you want to do me a big old favor? Can you pull up a Haven game? Haven?
Okay, so they have. Oh shit. Okay, they are compressed of seasoned developers from across the industry who have worked on some of the most successful and beloved game franchises, including The Sims, Assassin's Creed, Rainbow Six Siege, Tomb Raider, and Star Wars Battle. So it's a new company.
Oh, fuck yeah! Then
And
they're
they
gonna be
got,
treated
they
great.
got, yeah.
People
So they
from,
got
like,
a bunch of
Ubisoft.
developers from Ubisoft, from, I forget which company was behind Rainbow Six. I forget which company was
That was also
behind The
Ubisoft.
Sims. Who was behind The Sims?
Ubisoft was the Rainbow
Sims was
Six.
Activision, wasn't it?
No,
It
Sims was
was
Ubisoft.
actually Mac. It was actually EA. It was actually Maxis, a different company that EA had, but that was started by Will Wright, but then it got dissolved at some point.
Okay, so yeah, it is compressed
merged.
of seasoned developers from those games. So from those games.
Oh, they're gonna be
franchises.
treated like gods, bro.
Oh yeah, they are. I can't wait to hear what project they come in on. I know. Ooh, maybe. Well, no, because KOTOR remake has already been announced, but
Only for PlayStation. Nothing about PC.
yeah. But yeah, no, that's great. I love that. So they're known for their experienced team. They're located in Montreal. So, okay.
Basically.
Well, like you said, if they're combined of those developers who built those games, depending on the developers who made the game.
So they haven't released a game yet, but it is headed by Jade Raymond, who helped develop.
Oh, I know who she is. She
helped
EA.
develop Assassin's Creed and Watch Dog
Oh
franchises.
no, wait. Yeah, she was part of Ubisoft at one point.
Yeah.
I know who she is.
So
Is she
headed by
is she a
her.
great creator or what?
That's crazy. The fact that they haven't created their first game, but apparently they have so much potential that PlayStation bought them.
Plus,
That's
They got
insane.
one of the glory hounds of Ubisoft that can help make a really story-packed game.
Right. So that's awesome. I'm actually super pumped to see whatever they come up with next. Especially because I already have a PS5. So, But anyways.
Fuck you.
You can't tell, but I'm gonna be like a monkey and throw my shit at you. But
You're gonna
anyway,
just throw your shit at your own fucking PC. Have fun with that. But
I reach through the airwaves.
if you guys are ready to go into our next topic, we only got a handful more. If you guys are interested, going on to our
Let's go next topic.
All right. So apparently, Elden Ring has had a leak in its department when it comes to the DLC, and well, there you go. But apparently, it's been the plot details, if I'm not mistaken, Joe, have been leaked for the Elden Ring DLC. But how do you guys think this DLC will play out?
It's just gonna rape you. No questions asked.
Probably because it is a From Software game, so that makes sense.
I'm not playing
Praise
that.
the sun.
I borrowed the game for one day and brought it back that same day. I said, take it back.
Wait, we're
See,
talking
I
about
bought a
Elden Ring?
digital edition. Yeah, we're talking about the Elden
Elden
Ring DLC.
Probably just praise the sun.
Oh, I
and nothing else.
played it. I have. I still fucking trying to play it. I think Elden Ring's a really great game. It fucking has a lot of great.
Elden Ring looks phenomenal. It is hard as shit though,
It'll bust
and
your
it's one of those
balls.
games that like I can only play in small increments before I eventually will get to the point where I'm like, nope, I'm done, and then I won't pick it up for weeks on it.
Yeah, but I
So-
think the DLC. I think this DLC will be probably as good as the game itself.
Well, yeah, From Software is one of those things. I don't know, man. I just don't know. But do you guys feel like Elden Ring needs a DLC?
Not
I feel
really.
like there's enough gameplay in this to make it last a while.
Replayable. Not replayable
Exactly.
value, but hey, a little bit of DLC to extend the story.
the only problem that Elden Ring is having right now is that players are killing themselves. They're jumping off of shit and just straight murdering themselves in the game.
Well, the reason why they're doing that is because players, those like little spirits that show up every now and then doing random ass shit?
Yeah.
Those are other players in a different one.
It's really
So
fun.
they're trying to trick other players. It's
Just
really
free
just
loot.
it's a
Hey, free loot if you jump down and kill yourself.
yeah.
I would not sit here and admit that I've done that once or twice.
Literally within the
I
first
just-
5 minutes, I did that on mine. I'm like, oh cool, I just lost all my shit. Fantastic.
On all your souls.
I do know about the campfires though, so I know where to like camp and everything. So I know about those. That's always a good thing. I can
I don't
just
think I
hear
ever need a
these just
DLC.
flashbacks for Elden Ring.
If you want Vietnam flashbacks, go watch Mr. Sark on YouTube.
Oh Jesus Christ!
You know what I'm talking about. I mean, from
I
Mission
think I know
Above
what you're
days.
talking about. But any more thoughts, comments, concerns on Elden Ring's DLC leak?
Praise the sun.
I think, like I said, I think it's going to be probably a good DLC.
All right.
People are going to more likely end buying it because how much they love the game itself.
Prepared to die all
True.
over
Or
and
do we
over
have
again.
to buy this DLC, or is it already coming with the game?
I think it might come with the game. I think they
Okay.
also might sell it separately like they do with every other DLC.
I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah,
From
boy,
Software
it's
isn't From Software isn't known for doing that, so don't know. But
Monkey bar's gonna be a bitch
Heard
to
the
clean.
fucking-
on to our next topic.
Things are good, huh?
So recently, there has been a fan edit that has also since been taken down of Obi-Wan Kenobi as a 2.5-hour movie with a few extra added stuff in there as well. And I did get to see the first 30-ish minutes or so, and then I completely forgot to finish it. And by the time I was going back, it had been taken down. So this is done by a guy by the last name of
Overlords.
Patterson. And he has actually fully stated that please watch this if you have a Disney Plus subscription, and he is more than willing to give Disney this 2.5-hour cut of their show. He's more than happy to try to get on Disney Plus, and I personally think that's a good idea, just because, well, granted, it could be cleaned up just a little better. Like, honestly, I feel like if he gives the template to Disney, they could maybe or to Lucasfilm, they could maybe clean it up a little bit and put it on Disney Plus, like kind of clean some of the audio issues and like definitely some of the cutting as well. And I think it works tremendously well. It does kind of he also cuts down on a lot of stuff too, because there's a lot of filler in the show. So like the whole chase scene of Leia getting kidnapped, he cuts that to for you, and then she gets the bag over her head. So it's like, okay, that's a good cut. And also it shows Obi-Wan going in the middle of the night and getting accosted by the Jedi at night, right? And then it cuts to the Inquisitors coming in, and it actually cuts away as Reva swings her lightsaber towards him. And then when you see the body, he's missing a head.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so like this guy did like some digital effects. Also, there's a point where he did what he went in through like Blender, and he actually did kind of a rough edit of Stormtrooper for him, sir, and he says, and he actually got Darth Vader to go, no, not yet.
I feel like
And
fucking
it's like-
Disney would end up suing him for this.
Dude,
for that,
there's some really good shots in this. Like, I saw some of the extra stuff. Also, he when Obi-Wan and Darth Vader are fighting in the final episode, he added Duel of the Fates to it as well,
You can't.
which is fucking awesome. I love that.
He added what?
So, he added Duel of the Fates.
Oh wow.
So, like, he added Duel of the Fates to that lightsaber
Okay, so
fight.
I'm just surprised
like,
that Disney didn't sue him for that shit.
Yeah. Also, he added some Qui-Gon Jinn quotes. So like when Obi-Wan is like trapped underneath the rocks, he has Qui-Gon Jinn helping him out, and then also whenever you see Darth Vader saying, "You didn't kill, you didn't fail Anakin. I killed him." And so it has Qui-Gon Jinn kind of like when there's that pause. Not only does it play the Empire theme, da, 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 like the lower version of it. So it plays that,
Yeah.
And then you also hear Qui-Gon Jinn in the background saying, "Obi-Wan, he is the chosen one." And so then you just see Obi-Wan walk off, and you say, "See you later, Darth," and then he walks off. So it's like, oh,
I still feel like
shit.
it's Qui-Gon Jinn, his master's fault that he that for the whole thing.
So he added him
He
into
would
the movie.
fucking
Well, here's the thing: is Obi-Wan Kenobi was originally going to be a movie, but then they saw how Solo did, and it destroyed everything. So they had a whole bunch of like solo character movies that they had all planned out, and it just destroyed everything.
They're
So
just
that
like,
fucking sucked.
They're like, let's just do none of that.
Yeah. Well, and here's the other thing: Disney or like some of the showrunners and the writers, they came out and said, "Oh, we didn't really want to make an Obi-Wan Kenobi show, but they told us, well, if you want to do like an Inquisitor show, you got to do this." They felt like Disney and their, or Lucasfilm and their ever expanding glory and wisdom decided that nobody would want to watch an Inquisitor show because they're Rebels characters and nobody really watched Rebels, I guess. And so
I
they're like,
did.
well, we can. Well, I did too. We can help them piggyback off of a popular character that everybody wants to see. So why don't we just make an Obi-Wan Kenobi show? But then like kind of slightly just basically make it a Reva and the Inquisitor show, and then just kind of say Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then that's it. That because that's essentially what it is. It felt like two different shows trying to compete for each other, but it should have just been an Obi-Wan Kenobi show. You could include the Inquisitors in there, but you can also, just have fucking, you can have them in there, but mainly make it about Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. That's all you need.
I mean, if they're trying to make an Inquisitor type show, wouldn't the it's like the game, what's it called? Fallen Order.
Yeah.
Why don't you just take that concept and make it into its own show? If you want to make an Inquisitor show so damn badly.
I agree. That's fucking evident.
I guess they just felt like because not enough normal people, a lot of normal people know who Obi-Wan Kenobi is.
A lot of normies.
Not a lot of normies don't know the Inquisitors because
Normies
they
are
either
a lot
haven't
of-
watched Rebels or they haven't. And well, normies are your main base, so it's like, okay, will
AKA
it be
the
more
filthy
marketable?
fucking casuals.
Yes, it's more marketable to appeal and go off of a popular character
Because
than
it's
create
Obi-Wan,
new
right?
characters. Exactly.
That's
There you
fucking
go.
stupid. Why don't you?
It is. From a marketing standpoint, it makes sense to go for the safe route instead of taking a risk. But that's the whole point of Star Wars.
I was
Star Wars
going to
in and of
say,
itself
the
is
whole
a risk.
point of making a good fucking show is to take the risk and be originals and shit like that.
Shit, that's the whole
seen-
point of making anything is to take risk. Don't make safe.
It's like
bland
Stranger
paste.
Things. It's something that was different for me when I watched it. And it was
Exactly.
very different. It hooked me in the first season, and I just kept watching it because the build up to some characters were really, really good.
Exactly.
It's the same thing when I played Fallen Order for Star Wars because I was like, that's a totally different game to me. So let me check this out.
Exactly.
But the build up was really, really good. But then when you
Right.
come out with Obi-Wan, because I've only watched the first episode and I kind of lost interest because it just fell all over the place for me. If you know what I mean.
No, I know.
So-
It was a
I
very
get it.
choppy series. That's why I would love to see. We actually okay. So if you guys follow our Twitter, I did post something.
I didn't know we had it.
Me too.
We do have a Twitter.
I didn't fucking follow that
It's
Twitter.
at Cast Snoda because Snodacast apparently was taken, but whatever. Anyways,
Just sending me after this. I'm sending me after this.
but so basically, I posted. While granted, we did not get to watch the entire 2.5 hours. We do support release the Patterson cut on Disney Plus because I personally agree that this. While granted, you can watch both versions if you want to get more intrigue with Reva, or you want to see more, like you want to see what the original version was. That's all fine and dandy, but do something similar to what Warner Brothers did with the Snyder Cut. You still have Justice League, and if you want to watch Justice League, go right ahead. Justice League, the Joss Whedon cut, the
Oh.
theatrical cut.
Uh-oh.
But if you wanna watch the 4-hour Zack Snyder cut, you can watch the Snyder cut. You can watch Zack Snyder's Justice League, or you can watch Justice League. So it give people the options, because I mean, honestly, from what I saw, great choppy editing, but that was, he only had so much he could do with because it was already a pre-edited TV show. But
But it
even
turned
from
out
what I
better than
saw,
the
it was
fucking show.
still good. Exactly, and everybody that has seen this has been praising this cut and everything. So I personally think this could be the next Snyder cut kind of thing. I wholeheartedly believe we should release the Patterson cut because I want
Absolutely.
to see the full version, without having to bug this guy relentlessly. So I would personally, if we can get a backing from that, then that's great. Let's release the Patterson cut. But I would love it on Disney Plus. Well, I would love it on Disney Plus because that, and he even stated, he's like, I don't plan on making any money off of this. It was on his own personal website, so he wasn't making money off of it. He's just like, I did this because I am a fan and I wanted to do I wanted to see it as a movie, see if it could work instead of having it as what it is right now.
Yeah, he even
So
added
he's
his
like-
own things, like you just mentioned.
Yeah, he added a couple of extra scenes that made more sense because it didn't make sense that Vader just let Obi-Wan go. So he's like, okay, well, maybe he had a plan, right? So that's kind of the whole point. Is I think that works out so well.
I know this is off topic, but I'm eating. Can anyone hear me crunch on these damn nuggets? If so, please tell me. Okay.
No.
No.
Nungies? Nungies?
Yeah, nuggets.
So my first question is: do you guys believe Obi-Wan Kenobi should have been a movie, or do you feel like it should stay
Absolutely, right there.
Preach.
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly agree.
I said it being so
Because
good.
of how
That's what I
random
mean.
the show was for me, it needs to be a movie. If you're gonna call
It would
something
be a short
Obi-Wan,
movie, but it would work.
No, I
Short
mean
or
it could have
not,
been a
you
2.5
know, short or
hour
not.
movie. Yeah,
because
that's
there's
my
a lot
biggest thing.
missing. Because I'm like, what the fuck's going on? You know?
Yeah, exactly. So I personally think that you could have introduced Reva because from what little, like I said, from what little I saw of her, she seemed relatively intimidating. As well as he re-edited that whole scene with the Inquisitor. Like he noticed the Jedi right off the bat, and then he also edited around. He doesn't have as long of a speech, and it's like that makes so much. He like cleaned up some of the writing with some of the editing that he did. I mean, yeah, it's choppy because he already had to work around a different edit. So, as an editor, I completely understand that. But, the biggest thing is I feel like this is a really talented guy. And I want him to get recognition for this outside of the deep cuts and everything else like that. I want this guy to work.
Honestly.
No, well, yeah, they did take it down because I'm sure some people pirated it and other people, I'm sure because it was getting shared around a lot. It got buzz. Like there was 5 or 6 articles about this thing, and and it's crazy. This guy got so much recognition, and I feel like he did a really good job of what little he had. So, kudos to this guy. Check him out. Just look up Patterson cut Obi-Wan Kenobi. You'll find it. This guy, I mean, I've seen some of his other stuff. He did really, really well. Because he is an aspiring director / film editor. So I personally think that this guy is gonna, if he can get into Hollywood, he can. In my personal opinion, I feel like this guy is up and
Even
coming.
if he should be hired by the people that made Obi-Wan and let
Exactly.
him take a stab at it. You
So-
can clean that up really, really well.
Yeah. Do you guys agree with me that the cut should be released on Disney Plus?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Go through the proper channels, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like I would love it. Like I said, you could clean it up a little better, and make it a little smoother, because he does do a lot of instead of I think some of the transitions that's very Star Wars. I noticed he does kind of cut a lot. It just cuts from scene to scene from what little I saw. So I would probably include a little bit more wipes is my big thing, but that's just a personal opinion. Like I said, I think some of the audio can be balanced a little better. But other than that, I feel like this guy did a tremendous job. So those are just minor nitpicks. I feel like this is a better version of Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I wholeheartely agree we should get it released.
Well, the way they're making it sound like, I think it is a better version than the show.
It is. From what little I saw, it was a better version than the show. What? All right, on to our next title. So, give me a second. On to our next topic. I meant to say topic. All right, our next topic is Scream 6 may have had its title released thanks to one of the cast significant other, and it's honestly an interesting one because it looks like 2 exclamation points. Instead of the dots, you have bloody thumbprints. So I don't think this is going to be the official. I don't think this is just going to be the official title, though it may be. So it looks like Scream 2, but it's actually Scream 6. But it's the second film in this revamp, right?
Yeah.
So
You know,
I think that there should have been a Do I think there should have been a tagline? Yes, I still feel like you could have made it somewhat gimmicky, but also kind of leaned into more movies. So I feel like you should have done something like Scream 2 be continued, like ... something along those lines. I mean, it's cheesy, but it kind of makes sense. That would have been funny, you know. But like with these 2 exclamation points and the bloody thumbprints, that makes so much sense. It's unique enough, and you know, it makes sense. So, how do you guys feel about the title reveal?
The title, I don't know. I'll be honest with you, you know how I feel about slasher movies and stuff like that.
Right.
Like, I like slasher
By the way,
movies. Don't get me wrong, I do. It's just that.
Hey, 5 Cream was fucking great. I'm telling you. They didn't do it because okay. So in Scream 4, they turned the A into a 4.
And I
Scream
guess the 5
they
was
should
the
have
best.
done. Well, okay, so this is this latest Scream movie that came out, which is just called Scream, which I fucking hate that gimmick in Hollywood now, because now there's 2 versions of a movie called Scream. And you're not going to know which one it is.
Like the other.
Exactly. So, you know, it's the same reason with Halloween. Like, okay, do you guys want to watch Halloween? Well, which one? 1978 or 2018? And it's like, oh, shit. You know?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what started it as well. So, you know, I hate that. But, so I love Scream, but by the way, it should have been called 5 Cream. You fucking missed something. But granted, it was a new studio that acquired it. It was no longer a Miramax / Weinstein Company production. Now it was Spyglass and I believe Miramax as well.
They had to clean up the big old mess that he left behind.
Right. So, you know, there
rather
was that.
sticky.
Joe, I will kick you.
Because of the mustard.
Anyways. So, I already brought up my theory of what the title could have been, which again, like,
I'm gonna be completely honest. I haven't seen many of the Scream movies. I've probably only seen the first one with my mom.
Right.
And I really never got into it. Not as much as I got into Halloween and Friday the 13th and shit like that, whatever the fuck.
Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street, yeah. So I will say this: I think.
Did I say Nightmare the 13th? Did I just say that?
You did say Nightmare the 13th. I'm
Whatever.
like, well, that
Yeah.
would be Freddy versus Jason, but still. Granted,
Yes,
that
my
actually
bad.
makes
My
so
bad.
much more sense. Call it
Night-
Nightmare the 14th. Call it Nightmare the 13th.
Yeah.
That would have been fucking hilarious.
13th on Elm Street.
13th on Elm Street. Yeah, and if you were gonna make another Freddy versus on Elm Street.
There we go.
No.
I wish
Friday
the
on Elm
characters
Street.
could make
Friday
come
on Elm
back.
Street.
Oh, that'd be,
Well, we might
yeah,
actually
there
be
we
getting a Freddy versus Jason because Blumhouse wants to do one, and I think they're working on currently. I think Blumhouse is working on a Friday the 13th, if not a Nightmare on Elm Street, because they've already worked with. Well, no, they haven't worked with. They haven't worked with.
I guess England's too old to come back to be Freddy anyway.
Everybody wants him to, but honestly, I think this guy who played Vecna in Stranger Things season 4 should be. I think he should personally be the new Freddy Krueger.
But okay, I just realized something. The original the original Elm Streets were kind of like a bit kind of campy, but still kind of had a bit of kills and shit.
Yeah,
That movie came out like what in the 80s?
2010. Yeah,
that horror franchise, along with Friday the 13th, ruled the 80s. So yeah.
Then Halloween came along.
It was like
and
it was
kinda
scary,
Halloween was in
but
the background.
Freddy was like really campy with his kills.
Right.
2010 probably was rebranded him the character to kind of be more like a serial killer. Remold him.
Yes. Well, okay, that's always been the thing. He was already a serial killer before he died. But
His
then
backstories have made a lot more.
yeah.
Still fine.
Now, here's the thing. A lot of people shit on Nightmare on Elm Street 2010. I don't think it's that bad. It's got some genuinely good concepts. It's just they try to make it like, oh, what if Freddy's innocent? And it's like, of course he's fucking not. But like, of course, like they ended up making it to where he wasn't. But like they spend so much time making it seem like, oh, maybe he was innocent. Oh my god, you know, that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
nobody fucking cares about that.
Well, no, but I feel like it would have been more interesting if maybe he was innocent. Maybe it never did happen. And then they still have to kill him. You know, that would have been an interesting twist on it, but you couldn't have made a franchise out of that. So fair and valid point. So I don't necessarily hate that movie. There's some because Jackie Earle Haley is genuinely fucking terrifying as Freddy Krueger.
He really
the
is.
way
He's
he
a fucking-
looks, the way he looks, the way he talked. You know, I was just gonna pet him. You know, and like the way he did the like little scissor thing with like the two fingers. You know, that was really fucking cool. Like that's what holds up that movie for me. The writing is kind of shit, honestly.
I mean,
I don't really
writing-
like the writing.
Writing in some modern movies just like
Yeah, but even compared to like other shit, like
the
the
milk I
writing
had
was
to
pretty
get rid
bad.
of that was supposed to expire 3 days later, but
I don't know. I don't.
they already expired.
I guess I don't like the concept of like the Scream movies is that they have different killers every movie.
Yes, and that's
It is-
genuinely now that is a genuine problem because they always have to tie back into Sidney Prescott.
Well,
You have the same fucking girl who escapes them all the fucking time, but you have different killers. Come on, really?
So
I finally cleaned.
that's
the
why I
Sego.
kind of like this next one or this last one that we got because honestly, it really they weren't going after Sydney. I mean, yeah, they wanted her, but they were like, well, we're more than happy to get attention with this afterwards. Like the fact that the legacy characters are a part of it really is because of pure circumstance. I'm sure that was the plan, but I think they would have been fine without it, you know, that kind of thing. So I personally don't think I think this next one should not end with the killers. You know, I don't think it should still be 2 killers. I think personally we could go for like 3 or 4. I would kill for that. That would be awesome. 3 or 4
perfect ideal
killers,
world.
kill off a couple of them, but let 1 or 2 escape.
At least show the faces of those that died, or the killers
Well,
that died.
yeah.
They'd be like, "Oh, so it was blank all on. I caused the shit."
Well, okay, that's part of the reason. But no, I'm just saying, like, personally, I personally think that we should have not just 2, multiple. I mean, like anywhere from like 3 or 4, right?
Yeah.
Or do what the original Scream 3 was going to be. So I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but the original Scream 3, they were talking about bringing back Matthew Lillard. And Matthew Lillard has talked about this. They said we're going to talk about it because what they were going to do is it was going to take place on a college campus or like a high school. It was going to take place with a high school film group, right? And
Wait,
it turns out there's a
Matthew
cult.
in the first one or the second one?
Yeah, he played Stu,
Which one's Stu?
the one that got the TV on his head.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, you know the
How
my
did he-
parents are
he
gonna
back
be
there?
so
He
mad
died
at
from
me.
electricity.
You know that guy. I'm feeling
Fucking
a little.
recognize a fucking
I feel
actor.
a
He's a great
little
actor.
woozy here. You know,
Bro,
like
my
he got
Wi-Fi
over the top.
sucks, man.
No,
Shit.
you're good. You're good. So originally, what they were gonna do is they were gonna bring him back. Like there was gonna be a cult of Ghostface,
Oh lord.
and then they were gonna reveal that Stu's been alive because technically, you know, like you can get a TV smashed on your head. You're not gonna look pretty afterwards, but you could survive that.
I mean,
So I
You're
mean,
all-
theoretically, he
Allegedly.
could have survived. I mean, yeah, he got electrocuted, but that doesn't mean that he didn't survive. So I think personally, he could have survived, and it's a genius idea because you think about it, like that sets up multiple killers. You have a cult of Ghostface, and then you have Stu leading it behind bars. Like that's genuinely interesting. I would
Kingpin,
be
that
curious
shit.
how kind of a Kingpin type of deal. Yeah, exactly. So I think now the reason why they didn't do that for Scream 3 was because very shortly after that, the Columbine shooting happened.
I mean, it's been
Or
like
it was a
almost-
school shooting. It was one of the I forget which school shooting it was, but it was a school shooting, and they're like,
Was
okay,
it one of the
well,
most
we
tactical
can't.
ones?
It was a high school. Yeah, it was a high school shooting. School
It
shooting.
should have been
What
Columbine.
movie- when was this movie? When they were pitching it?
I think Scream 3 came out in the early 2000s though, because Columbine happened in 98, 99 or something.
It was still a few years fresh in some people's minds. So,
That's
yeah.
probably why. Yeah.
So Scream 3 came out in 2000, so they would have been filming in 98. That makes more sense. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it would have been Columbine.
Yeah,
So that-
I wonder.
that's- yeah.
It's bad.
Columbine is known as one of the most tragic school shootings out there.
It was, yeah, it was. I think it was one of the first, if I'm not mistaken.
It's pretty
It
much
was.
been almost more than
Yeah, it
2
was one of the
decades.
At least on a massive scale of how many people died. But yeah, so Columbine happened, and then they're like, no, we're gonna have to scrap that whole idea. So I still think that you can do something like that. You can bring back Matthew Lillard. You can have Stu, still be alive. Now, granted, would it make sense that he's been alive all this time and nobody knew? No, but you got to work with what you got. And
I
I think that would've been a
personally think,
good one. I think that would have been a good one right there. He's still alive. Nobody knew. Come to find out.
well,
find out he was a
okay,
fucking
you
the
could
whole
have had
time.
him in, I know it sounds contrived, but you could have had him in a coma for a long time. And then when he finally got out of it,
Uh-oh.
now it's just, he is connect. You think your connection sucks? Oh my God, his is bad.
I know the feeling, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, you're back.
He is back, but yeah. So I think it's personally a good idea, and I feel like that we
Be right
should
back. I'm gonna grab some
we
water.
should lead. No, you're good. I feel like we should lean into that. Something along the lines of, I think we should go for, oh shit, Stu's still alive, and he's running this whole cult of Ghostface kind of thing.
That would be a good plot hook.
It'd be a good plot line. Yeah, I don't necessarily think you need to go for a school, but I think you could have something where it's like Sydney and Gail are getting hunted, and it's like, okay, well, maybe you can also go after the daughter of Billy Loomis. You can also go after her sister, that kind of thing. So I still feel like that could be an interesting plot line, just because I'd like to see Stu come back. Stu was the best part of the first one. He was the thing that added so much camp to it, but still gave it life. So while I love the second
Stu
movie,
more of a tragic, mental, tragic, easily corrupted type of person because of his friend.
oh yeah, well, and that was one of the jokes. It was, hey Stu, they're always gonna ask, why did you treasure? I'm really gullible. It's like, I think that was funny, but I think it was also kind of true. But I also think
I'm
Stu
back,
was
fellas.
just kind of, all right, yeah.
Are we still on the
Alright.
same topic of Scream? Or
We
did
are.
move on?
Yeah, we are. So
I scream, we scream, the police scream. Yeah.
Get down. There's a black man.
Alright.
That's what they scream.
You're lucky Shadow's not here to hear that. He'd be.
He'd
be
be
all
laughing
up in-
his ass off right along with it. Don't fucking try to put words in Shadow's mouth, Joe.
Probably
Yeah,
would.
he'd be laughing his
Hey,
ass off.
he'd probably laugh, and then he'd probably be like, "Go beat someone up later."
Anyways,
All right.
Janice,
all right. So on to our next topic.
All right.
Our final topic for the night is Halloween Ends is supposed to be getting its trailer this next week.
About fucking
And-
time.
I know
Another
I think it's supposed to come out.
movie.
So I think here's the thing: is I think this is supposed to be the last of the Blumhouse trilogy, which is great because I'm curious how they're gonna do this.
Oh god, it's never ending, is it?
Nope.
Well, no, I'm curious
God
how they're gonna
damn
do
it.
this trilogy. I'm genuinely curious how they're gonna do this trilogy because Halloween 2018 was actually really fucking good.
I've
Halloween
watched
Kills.
all of them, man. Like
Halloween
fuck.
Kills
It's
was
not-
shit.
Here's the thing: Halloween Kills is not god awful. I don't hate Halloween Kills.
It's
I
the
really don't.
firefighter scene, the fire
But
department.
here's
scene
how
that was
here's
bad.
how I can see the franchise going a little better. Finally fucking fulfilled John Carpenter's dream when it comes to Halloween. Do what they were trying to do with Halloween 3. Because Halloween 3 is now getting really good recognition. It's not
It was
getting
weird.
recognition of, oh, it was a great movie. It's just getting
It's
recognition
been a
of,
minute
oh,
since
that
I've
was
watched Halloween
unique.
3.
That's the one with the witch's mask, the skeleton, and the pumpkin.
Oh,
And
that
like,
one-
they have the special thing. If they watch the signal, it kind of it kills them very graphically.
It was really. It was kind of. I almost considered it non-canon because
Well, okay, nobody
Michael
does.
Michael Myers was not involved with that.
So here's the thing: the reason why everybody hated it is because Michael Myers wasn't involved. Everybody had already
that
tied
one.
together. Yeah, everybody had already tied the name Halloween with Michael Myers. So I still think that personally, you don't have to do a sequel to Season of the Witch. Keep that as its own thing, but finally start doing Halloween as a anthology franchise. Each film is going to be a different
Kind of
title.
like Trick or Treat.
Kind of like Trick or Treat, but
Trick or
do
Treat.
something like Cloverfield. You know how each Cloverfield movie is its own
Oh yeah,
storyline?
yeah.
Do something like that. I think that's a genius idea when it comes to Halloween. Now, granted, will it eventually run out of steam? Yeah, so did Cloverfield, because they would pick up random ass scripts and then just slap a couple references in there, and boom, you have a Halloween movie, or you have a Cloverfield movie. Like Cloverfield Paradox was never supposed to be.
What about
It was supposed to be called the
Cloverfield
God
Lane?
Particle, and then they just slapped a bunch of references in it, and it became a Cloverfield movie. What were you saying, Joe?
I said there was like a movie called something Cloverfield Lane, but I don't think that has to do with
10
it.
Cloverfield Lane is its own storyline, but that was another situation where that was the first time they ever did it. So what they did is 10 Cloverfield Lane was a small budget. It was a script out there called The Bunker. And so what they did is they added a few references here and there, and then they changed the title, and it became 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Oh wow!
So
I think the Halloween.
honestly-
I think the Halloween franchise, like any horror slasher franchise, needs to end. Why? Because the damn thing has been around for way too goddamn long.
Just like
Well,
Big
that's
Bang
what I'm
Theory.
saying.
Either
You don't
fucking
have
kill
to keep
Michael
Halloween as a slasher movie. That's
Or
what I'm
get-
saying.
or kill
Throw
the damn
Michael
sister.
into a
One of them.
nuclear testing site. and
That
let him get-
motherfucker's still gonna walk. Watch. For some
Well, okay.
I never understood.
Fuck,
This is what I
They
don't
have
get.
been saying.
Let me tell you something.
Good.
I never fucking understood why the hell he keeps coming back. If he's a
'Cause
regular
he's not
human
a man.
being,
He's not a
He's
man.
not. He's not a fucking being. He's not a regular
He's
man.
something
He's
else.
fucking immortal.
The Lich.
what the fuck is he? Like, I've been screaming about this for years since I've been watching Halloween. For years.
It's because he's immortal. That's why he's more of a
Okay,
demon.
to be
type
fair,
of character.
Somebody
fair,
just
in
needs to
this
throw
trilogy-
a nuke at him.
hey, in this trilogy, every single Halloween movie after Halloween 2 doesn't exist. This is like the third or fourth timeline they've already had.
Jesus fucking
Also,
Christ.
it's so
So
fucking
like
inconsistent.
H2O, Halloween H2O, which is actually not half bad. I genuinely enjoy H2O. H2O is one of the better Halloween sequels. H2O, everything after Halloween 2 doesn't happen. So like Halloween 4 and 5
So
didn't
the
exist.
whole thing that his sister picks up the knife, it does not happen then, right?
Yes. So 4 and 5 are its own timeline, whereas Halloween H2O, yeah, there's 4, 5, and I think H2O was the sixth one. H2O goes Halloween 1, Halloween 2, Halloween H2O. So this new timeline is Halloween, Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends, and then it's going to end. So it's going to make a 4-film kind of
I have
thing.
a doubt
Could
it's
you
gonna
imagine
end.
Cat Williams in a Halloween movie?
Cat Williams was in a Halloween movie?
Could
Oh,
you
could you
imagine if
imagine?
he was?
Motherfucker, we are not going in there. It is too goddamn scary. Like,
This
I
motherfucker's
tell
like-
you that pale motherfucker with a goddamn knife is fucking in there,
Like,
and
I
I
can
ain't
see-
stepping foot.
I can see it already. Him getting kicked down the stairs by Michael, trying to get him killed. This motherfucker falling down the stairs. Pimp down! Pimp down! Oh, Lord.
Inward down.
Oh, that shit is funny as fuck.
Dude.
Ugh.
Somebody get Comedy Central on the phone and
Didn't
get
know
Cat
I was
Williams.
fighting
Get
Bruce
them to
Willis.
What you talking about, Michael?
It's like, wait, are we in a movie, or are we in a movie called Die Hard? Because this motherfucker can't fucking die, and it's hard.
Oh my god, here we go again. I got my problem solver. Give me my problem solver. Are you smoking right now? Yeah, man, I need it. I need it.
Somebody get college.
swear
Somebody get College Humor on this, because I swear to God, if they have connections to a whole bunch of people that they do, they can
I
get Cat Williams,
guarantee you,
and they
Cat
can
Williams.
do Cat Williams. Oh my God!
Like I can just
That
see him
would be
Just
hilarious.
lighting up a blunt, like mid-run, and
Yeah.
just say, "Man, I need it right now. I really need it. I think I'm seeing shit."
It's like, motherfucker, you're about to be seeing more shit. Nah, with this shit, I can deflect knives. The fuck are you talking about,
I
Cat?
can deflect. Yeah, man.
It just would.
I
It
can
would
see
just
it.
be a horror comedy movie, right
I
there.
would
I'd
kill
watch it.
to see a fucking sketch with Cat Williams in a Halloween movie. That'd be hilarious.
I think it would would be more of a funny. I think it would be more like a make fun of that thing.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like a video, like a skit video, where it's like a bunch of random scenes with Cat Williams like placed in a Halloween movie. You'd be like, no, put Marlon Wayans as in a Halloween movie.
Any
Yes.
of the Wayne. No. Any of the Wayans brothers.
No, personally, Marlon playing Shorty, like an older version of Shorty, that would be too fucking funny.
Any of the Wayans brothers, honestly, but yeah,
Yeah.
Marlon would be hilarious.
Marlon would be hilarious. It'd be like, as in like Halloween Kills when she's shooting at him, be like, "Run, bitch, run!" And he like runs off the edge. Oh man.
No, that's really
God.
funny shit to watch. I would love to see all.
Yeah. But
Oh wait, that's
so what do you think? Are you guys excited for this trailer? Because I'm
I am.
super pumped.
I'll
to
be
see this.
I'll be excited when the movie's here and it fucking ends.
I think personally, I think it's coming out this October, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think it got pushed back again. I think it's coming out. I think that's why we're getting a trailer, because it comes out.
Yeah, I
in the next
ripped
3 months.
ass. I did.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't ask
like I-
questions. Ask questions.
I think I think for this movie, I just really hope this ends these 4 movies on a good note, basically.
Well,
It doesn't
yeah,
end
and I did
skinny.
hear now a lot of the cast has been saying that this is going to be a completely different movie, and they have had some test screenings, and a lot of people have, like, non-spoilers, by the way, non-spoilers. So they have said does kind of take a back seat to the story in this one, and he
Oh,
is
really?
incredibly weakened. And also on top of that, there is a time jump. It's not taking place in the same night on Halloween. It's like a 4 or 5 year time jump. So that's interesting. I'm curious how they're going to pull that off, because but he is going to still be recovering from that beatdown that he got
The
in the end of
firefighters.
Halloween Kill. Or no, that was at the beginning of the movie, and he fucking massacred those motherfuckers. I'm talking about when the
I
town
felt
basically
that. I
beat
was
his
like-
People
ass.
shit out of them, bro.
Yeah, I'm talking about when the
Hey,
town
he did those
beat
guys
his
fucking wrong.
ass. Yeah,
They
town
just
beat his
had
ass.
enough. They just had enough, man. Like they're like,
Yeah. Well, and then he fucking massacres the whole town. That was fucking. I was like, oh
At the
well, whatever.
yeah. At the end, he ends up like, you know what? Fuck you. If you guys want
Yeah.
to try to kill me, fuck you. Fuck the houses y'all rode in on, and
But yeah, but no. So we are getting a 4 or 5 year time jump from there,
It'd be funny.
and like they said, they did say that Michael is kind of taking a back seat to the story in this movie.
Michael said, "I'm done with this shit. Y'all don't."
Well, and he's still like, I think they said that he is kind of slower in this. Like he's a little, like he is worn out. I mean, you think about it. He's lost 2 fingers. I think he's been stabbed in the eye.
He's
if I'm not
lost his
mistaken.
head.
Wait. We're talking about a guy who's been shot, set on fire, had a house fall down on him,
Electrocuted,
was
exploded,
exploded,
shot,
shot again.
ran over, has his head
Ran
chopped
over.
off.
We're
Yeah.
talking about from Halloween 78, Halloween 2018 to Halloween Kills. When the fuck did he get exploded?
It
I
had,
think
one
it's a
was
new drop.
In
Yeah,
this
yeah,
timeline, he has not been exploded yet.
Well,
He gets
let's
a
just
new
fuck
growth
whatever.
on him.
Yeah, he has not been exploded, but the guy has been literally torn to shreds in different ways. But he has come back each and every single time, and they're always going back to the fact that he's in an asylum. How, bro? How does he end up back in an asylum, not a maximum security
Oh,
prison?
okay. I know when he got blown up. He got blown up in the second one. He also got shot in
Oh,
the eyes in that one too. You know
Yeah,
that was actually
but-
supposed to kill him off, right?
Yeah, but it did
Yeah.
it. It did it. That's my fucking point. It did it. The dude still
Well,
survived.
it didn't
Fucking-
because audiences wanted it, and the studio's like, well, we're not gonna finance another Halloween movie unless you bring back Michael.
Yeah.
So that's
Even
my
at that,
biggest
you
thing.
could have like did a whole different character.
That's
as a,
why
like-
I like Halloween 3 so much. Because Halloween 3 kicks... Okay, it's not the best movie in the world, but at least it's unique. So that's why I'm saying, like, okay, so my next question is going to be, where do you guys see the franchise going? And like I've already told you, I would love to kind of
Go
continue the
dormant
idea
for like
of what...
maybe at least a couple years.
Give us
and
a
then-
copycat.
Like-
I feel like they should do a fucker, another one, a better
That would
one.
be interesting. That would be an interesting... I'd wait a few movies for that. I personally think we should do something along the lines of Maybe have a Halloween movie with that's going to take like an approach of Paranormal Activity, something like that, like where
Which
it
one? Because
involves
4
ghosts.
sucks balls.
Okay, not exactly copying Paranormal Activity. I'm saying something along the lines of do something like a haunted house movie kind of thing. Do
Didn't-
something like that with a Halloween name behind it. Therefore, it still gets recognition.
And
They'll
have
be like,
good
wait,
writing.
Michael isn't in this one, but then you could make it. You get good enough writers on it. You have, and then let's
Ghost
say
of
the
Michael
next
Myers.
one. Okay, not the Ghost of Michael Myers. You do not have to have Michael Myers in this. I want you
I was
guys to
messing
drill
around.
that in your head. You do not need Michael Myers in this movie.
Oh,
It does not exist. This is that's what
oh.
I'm saying. In this next one, you don't. After this one, this is where Halloween ends, right?
Yeah.
You do not need Michael Myers coming back. This
So
is
basically,
saying,
give
they
a
can at
new
least-
killer
completely
then.
different.
So
Do
basically, get a
Season of
new
the Witch, where
whole ass
Halloween is a
killer.
movie. No, I'm just saying, like, do like what they did in Season of the Witch, which is Halloween, where Halloween was a movie playing on TV. So do something like that, and
Oh, I don't know,
that's
bro.
what I'm saying.
Oh,
Do something where
I
you
was
have the
gonna-
name, have
I
an
was gonna
anthology
say-
series.
Say like if it's playing on TV, that they could like, this is based on a somewhat true story, right? Somebody should say that.
Well, okay, that still would that would entail it that it still takes saying like each movie have a different plot. It doesn't have to take place in the same universe, but have it have a different plot. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
don't have to tie it
I'm gonna be
back.
honest
You can
with
have
I think of
references
Halloween,
to
I think of
Halloween.
fucking Michael Myers, bro. I can't.
So, okay, look at it this way. Kills had kids in the silver shamrock masks. Halloween 3 doesn't exist. That's what I'm saying. Do something like that, or do something like what Season of the Witch did, which was Halloween exists as a movie, but it's being played on TV.
So meta.
Yes, so you can reference previous works, but you don't have to have an exact copy of it. It doesn't even have to take place in the same universe. That's what I'm saying. I do something what John Carpenter wanted to originally do when because he has sat down and said, when I did not want to have, I didn't think it would continue the Michael Myers. I didn't think it would just be a Michael.
Just
Myers
wanted it
story.
to be
I
a
thought it was gonna be
one-off
like
and-
a whole. He wanted it to be a one-off, but the producer convinced him otherwise. There we go. We got him. So the producers convinced him otherwise that, hey, bring back Michael one more time, because the first one made so much money, and we can hear you, by the way. We have the blue screen now.
This is fucking pissing me off.
Okay. So bring back. So what he did is the studio convinced John Carpenter's like, hey, bring back Michael one more time, and then the next movie you can do whatever the hell you want. And so he's like, okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna kill off Michael Myers, and that's it. We're done with Michael Myers. And so then they're like, okay, cool. We're gonna do this new story where this genius guy steals a piece of Stonehenge. He plays a witch's curse on kids, and if they watch this signal with their mask, then
like, "Fuck them
they
kids."
die. Yeah, it's basically fuck them kids. So I think something along the lines of like do a Halloween movie with the lines of like goblins or something like.
What is going on?
Hey,
I don't know.
I hear
Hey.
youngins.
Ty, we good?
Yeah. Just had a
Okay.
quick phone call to take.
No, you good. We had somebody like rubbing against your mic and talking, so we were like, "What the
I
hell's
heard
going on?"
youngins,
Yeah.
some younglings
Right.
too.
My mic was muted, so I don't understand how.
Bella, which one?
Okay. Anyways,
Well, I don't think
so
you
like
wanted
do
to
something
get
like
that
Halloween.
much.
Maybe next one could involve creatures that are hiding in plain sight, like something like Night of the Creeps or some shit.
Or Quiet Place, but actually way more
Not Quiet
entertaining.
Place. I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say Quiet Place. I would say something more along the lines of like. You guys remember that episode of Goosebumps where it was called "Calling All Freaks"?
I think I read the book.
Right. So do something like that. Do something where you have these creatures exist, but yet, or like R.L. Stein's Haunting Hour movie. That one was that to
Okay,
be a
now
good
that
idea.
I don't remember.
The Haunting
Also,
Hour movie
Haunting
where
Hour
she reads the book and the creature comes alive.
Oh.
You know, do something along those lines, but make it Halloween, make it gory, make it scary, make it rated R. You know, like do something like that. Do that and right there. So I personally think that's where they should take the Halloween franchise, because like Gallo said, he's sick and tired of seeing slasher movies. Make Halloween a household name where it's not just slasher franchise. But yeah, we get it. You're sick and tired of it. I understand.
What?
Talk about Gallows. Gallows is sick and tired of slasher movies.
Stop that.
It does get kind of tedious after a while.
It does. It's hard to keep a slasher franchise going.
Especially
Okay, look at
'cause-
something like The Black. That would be interesting as hell as a Halloween movie, because it's own. It takes place in the 70s. The Black Phone would have been a good, like, if you're going to do for that anthology horror movie where each movie is a different subplot, but it just shares the Halloween name.
Ooh,
The Black Phone would have been something interesting.
more better because you like even more better. Have any of you guys heard the movie Manipulates?
The what?
Malignant.
Malignant?
Basically,
Yes.
yeah.
I've
Yeah.
seen it.
Do
I've
something
seen it.
like that.
You don't have to spoil it. Yeah. Well,
Do
that
something like
embraced camp, and I love that movie. That movie is genuinely entertaining. But yeah, no, that's a good idea as well. I like that movie. Something along those lines, you know. Just do what Cloverfield couldn't do. Take horror scripts, add a few references here and there, maybe tweak a few things. Don't always have it tied back to the original movie, and just kind of make it its own thing. Do something like that, and you have a gold mine of so much potential when it comes to Halloween as a franchise. But do you guys have any other ideas when it comes to Halloween, like where the franchise could go?
Honestly,
No.
I really don't. Reason because that I'm so used to Halloween being about Michael Myers.
And that's why I'm saying you can revamp the franchise with just the name.
Fucking.
I'm just saying.
I guess what being said, do I guess like what they did with fucking Trick or Treat or something like that.
Well,
Trick
not
or
just have like all 5 stories in one movie that connect to each other. I'm just saying do something like that, but each story is its own movie. That's what I mean by anthology, meaning like each movie is its own separate story.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, love Trick or Treat, one of my favorite horror movies. But yeah, do something along those lines. You guys want to go into Snodacast? Do you guys want to bring up any topics, or?
Oh, I got something.
Of course, Joe has something. Gals, do you got anything?
No, honestly, I don't. I got
Binks,
shit.
you got anything you want to bring up?
Not really, no.
All
What
right.
about you?
No, not personally.
Or was that-
So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. We've been going on for 2 hours 14 minutes. I gotta get all this shit upstairs before I lose daylight. Well, I've already lost daylight, but anyways, before I lose more light.
I've already lost daylight before you have.
Shut up. I know you have. You're like an hour and a half ahead of us. Anyways,
Oh yeah. Anyway,
this has been the Snodacast. Snodacast. I've been your host, BlackShad56. I have, of course, been joined by.
I still got a soda quick. All
What do
right.
you want to bring up, Joe?
Okay, I've watched a YouTube video by the guy called Jude the King, who talks about like the rise and fall of certain personalities on YouTube and other things.
Okay.
Interesting one I haven't fully finished watching was one about Rooster Teeth. Yeah,
What about
Okay.
Rooster Teeth?
Rooster
Rooster Teeth
Teeth
doesn't really post a
become-
lot. They've been working on the Ruby ad.
From what I know, Rooster Teeth kind of fell off the map like years ago.
Yeah, they
No.
still work on Ruby, but that's about it.
They
The
kind
fame
of
was
Red
Red versus Blue. Yeah.
Yeah, that was about
Hey-
it. But then,
Hey, Griff, you want a blank? Ah, my spine.
Listen,
Alright.
Donut.
But yeah, like
Can we
It's
all
just
agree
kinda-
that Joe's the donut of the group?
I don't know.
Well,
I thought
not
it was
really.
Griff.
The donut's pretty funny.
How dare you? I'm a Griff.
No,
You're nowhere
you
near.
are nowhere
Griff.
close to Griffin.
Just say it. I don't eat a
No.
lot of Oreos, but I mean, I kind of act like him a little.
No, that'd be like saying freaking Gallows is Tex. Like,
Like,
bro,
which
that's
one?
so
I'm
far.
more
Which
off.
one is?
respected.
Which one is
Turn up
Donut?
levels just a little bit.
Donut is the one on the red side that's like, hey guys, I just got some light red armor. Donut, that's pink armor. No, it's light red.
Lightish
Fucking
red.
funny one.
Oh,
Lightish red.
I
He's
figured
the
I was
funny
more
one,
confused.
I agree.
But yeah. But yeah, it's
Okay, so we do have to ask, who would be the Sarge of this group?
Me.
like you.
Gallows, yeah. I see Gallows being Sarge.
Oh, you're the dumbass.
You're a
in
fucking
charge of
hard ass
people.
for no
I'm
reason
the
and shit.
dumbass in charge. I'd be like freaking I'd be
Booze.
Church, honestly. I'd be
Yeah, he would. I fucking feel like
I'd
he'd be.
be Church. Yeah, I'd be Church.
But who would be Lopez?
Lopez?
Okay,
Diamond.
anyway,
Diamond.
Ah! That's
I don't know.
hilarious.
To be Lopez, you have to talk exclusively in Espanol.
True, we don't have anybody that does that.
I could.
That
but-
would- And who's the female officer in the black suit?
Tex.
Yeah, that'd be fucking. That'd mostly be.
Somebody would have to be Andy the
Nara.
Bomb.
That'd be
that'd be
Nara.
Nara.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nara
that'd be
would be Tex. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
All right then. I mean,
Okay,
that's all.
anyway, well, the movie was the video was kind of like how they used to be a big ass deal, but now it's like, wow, like they're just not the same. It's like ever since going more corporate, it's like they're not even the same fucking thing of people anymore because the original.
They
people
aren't.
kinda-
It's like the same thing with Smosh. With Smosh, once they got bought out by different companies, it
And
started
Anthony
going
left,
down from there.
Anthony leaving especially is just.
That's the
Why?
biggest
When
thing.
Anthony left, that was the beginning of the downfall. Honestly, honestly,
They've
before
been
that,
playing it safe before that, like after Anthony
Because
left. he was-
Smosh do not own Smosh themselves no more. They're not even behind the videos no more. It's what the company themselves wants.
yeah.
High media is like eventually end up just folding itself about.
Didn't they lose the contract with Death Battle?
That's probably somebody else entirely goes.
I don't know. Group Myth in the Morning bought out.
Wild.
That's okay. My point I was gonna make is just with the video. It's something like that. That's a thing with like being a YouTuber, like long term, that you kind of have to think about. Is like you either go on a blaze of glory and retire, or you live long enough and become corporatized and a villain.
Or you end up fucking doxing yourself like there's no tomorrow. Starting fucking YouTubers out there.
That's actually something to think about. You know, like whether you're doing
Being
like
so
a
hard
small
and shit because you fuck up hard.
I don't know. It's just like YouTube is kind of. It's like YouTube is just having the problem where it's becoming more and more corporatized, and it's like the creators themselves are just like either they need to like somewhat change course, or everybody's just gonna say fuck YouTube and just go make their own competing service, which I
They
can see that
do. Everybody says fuck YouTube.
I don't see YouTube last. The way it's going, I don't see YouTube lasting more than like a few years, like 5. At the
Oh
most.
yeah, we don't want to. We don't ever want to, wish the fall upon Daddy YouTube over here or Mommy YouTube. Sorry,
Yeah.
Mommy.
I'm just
Sorry,
saying, the
Mommy.
way they're-
Sorry, I mean
We follow
YouTube.
them because we post all our videos to them, so we gotta praise YouTube.
Yeah. Well,
just
I mean,
saying.
we can always go back to Twitch or actually
fuck
we can
Twitch.
do Twitch and YouTube at the same time if we want to with this.
I hate Twitch because of they're just policies.
There's another one. I think we could go on BitChute. I think it's another one we could do.
Let's say Storyfire, but I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh,
we'll
those
find
make
other
Joker nuggets.
alternatives, but I mean,
I
maybe
don't know.
we'll get a bigger audience there. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, it just our audience is like been kind of just lacking. all
Our
this time.
audience doesn't exist, my guy.
Our audience are
Exactly.
fucking 0 people that
It-
watch.
YouTube has just been kind of like doing a lot more things to where it's even harder to get more of an
Dude,
audience
what the-
unless you
Fuck,
It is.
bro.
It's
YouTube
hard as
favors
shit.
the bigger creators, and there's no way around it.
That's
Yeah.
true.
There is no.
That's
have
kind
to
of
be
why
the
YouTube
luckiest
Rewind
person.
sucked one year, because it's like they just started bringing.
Okay,
like,
let's be
celebrities.
perfectly honest. Since 2016, YouTube Rewind has kind of sucked.
They haven't had nothing really. to post
2018
on
was
it.
the year that it sucked ass.
They like
But
brought in Will
yeah.
Smith for one of those, but
2018, yeah, and it was terrible. But here's the one. They did one in 2019, and it was actually it started off pretty freaking cool, and then it just went to a top 10 video.
Yeah.
I was like,
Top 10
okay, that's
reasons.
stupid.
I'll tell you reasons why you should no longer live on YouTube, and here we go.
But yeah, that's the biggest thing. But anyways, this has been the Snodacast. I have been your host, BlackShip56, and I have, of course, been joined by Gallows, aka Thomas.
Who is not a cat.
Who the fuck says I'm a cat?
I was making a Tom and Jerry joke. Sorry.
Oh,
It would have made more sense if you said who is not a tank engine.
fuck you. It would be funny. Fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. If you wanted to make it funnier, you would have just said that. Jesus. All right. And of
Who
course,
is not the number one blue
the
engine.
lame ass Joker, aka Joe.
I'm always here for America.
And that is the unfortunate.
You forgetting about Binks?
And of course, also Binks. I was just making more jabs at
On
you,
Joe.
Joe.
On job Binks. Okay, you're gonna
What?
kill me now, I guess.
Okay, here's the thing, Tyron. You have my full permission to kill his ass. I
Also,
won't
you
even
do-
blink.
Kill him. Remember to record it and to send it to me in chat so we can watch.
Don't worry, I got a GoPro.
I feel like my mother would have a problem with this probably, but I make my
we'll
own
figure
bed.
a way around it.
We'll figure a way around it. More likely they were just fucking.
And this has been Snodacast episode 28. It has actually been episode 29. That is my apologies. I fucked that up. But we're gonna change that real quick.
Celebrate
before
30
we leave.
episodes next week.
Absolutely, we'll reach 30 episodes for this season.
Celebrate.
And then I actually think we're gonna take a couple weeks of a break, just to get just so we can figure some stuff out. I think we're gonna take a couple weeks off for the end of the summer, and then we're gonna
August.
go from there.
Probably August is about somewhere in August.
Yeah.
We'll be back. We'll be back.
Last part of
At
August?
minimum, we're gonna take. Here's the thing. Minimum, we're gonna take a break for a week. We're gonna take a week off. Maximum, no more than 2.
Brought to you by not me.
Brought to you by absolutely nothing except for my middle finger. This has been the Snodacast, episode 29. I've been your host, BlackShip56, and we will see you all later.
Toodaloo, motherfucker.